Welcome to episode 55 of Mystery Shack Look Back. This episode was previously released on January 12th, 2025, with visuals as an Easter egg in our Book of Bill podcast. Throughout this, you'll hear us make reference to those visuals. If you want to see what we're talking about, that version is still hidden somewhere in the Book of Bill podcast. Good luck. If you can't find it, someone in our Discord server would be happy to help you. The server's linked below. Without further ado, here is the audio of our 55th episode.
Take me back to the place I know, with the mystery shack and the forest gnomes. I'm already packed, so come on, let's go. Don't get me started, my heart's in Gravity Falls.
Oh. Yeah.
I think so.
They found it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that they were going to find it. What?
Hey.
Hi. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, about time. I mean, we've been waiting here.
It's been weeks. We've been sitting here for weeks.
Good job, I guess.
I mean, technically, you're not supposed to be here. This podcast doesn't really exist.
No.
It's a secret.
But, I guess since you are here, we might as well, do a podcast episode since you found this.
Yeah.
To reward your efforts and that kind of thing.
So, friend, welcome to Mystery Shack Look Back number 55, a hidden time capsule and secret book club that does not officially exist. If anyone asks, we are your retired curators. I'm Secret Shelby.
And I'm Elusive Ella.
And I'm...
Name and address withheld.
Some fans of the BBC series Sherlock believe there to be a secret, hidden final episode of the series, titled Series 4, Episode 4, The Lost Special. But they were mistaken. Sherlock ends with Series 3, Episode 3. Likewise, Mystery Shack Look Back ends with Episode 54.
The Book of Bill.
Welcome to Episode 55. We have with us once again, Sarah Weirdmageddon.
Yes.
Welcome back!
Yeah, welcome. You were on our episode on the Bill Cipher AMA and on Dipper and Mabel versus the Future. And
versus the Future, yes.
I've always wanted to get you on a third time, and looks like that won't happen.
Aw.
That's a shame.
Yeah, podcast is over. I guess there's nothing really we can do at this point.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And
That sucks.
We also have a very important guest who's technically been with us, since day one of this podcast.
True.
We'd love to introduce Chloe, who is the creator of the Stanford handwriting thumbnail font that we've used in every thumbnail since the very first episode.
AKA Tsunami Holmes.
Whoa.
Right. Again, we always wanted to get you on the podcast, Chloe. I guess we never got the opportunity. But
Where am I?
In this hypothetical,
What's happening?
You're in a hypothetical podcast right now that doesn't exist.
Why did I spawn in this dark room? Who are you? I hear voices.
They
do that to you.
Sarah's been here before. The bag over her head is standard procedure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm used to it at this point. Okay. This is one of those. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of a Schrodinger's pod thing.
You made the Stanford font that we've been using in our thumbnail entire time.
That is me. That was me. Yes.
So you might even say that the author of the thumbnails, Chloe.
I'll take it.
Your voice was briefly featured in the Cipher Hunt episode.
Yeah. When my 14-year-old, my tiny little voice.
Your tiny
probably
little
not recognizable
voice
to me now. But
we played the clip of when we played the clip of the Bill Cipher statue being removed.
yes, a tragedy that lives forever on.
Infamy.
You and the curators, though not together, separately, were in Kean Carlisle's recent Cipher Hunt documentary.
Indeed I was.
That's right.
Yes.
And that told the tragic story of what actually happened to you.
Right.
Yeah.
We were asked to record an alternate universe podcast where the Cipher Hunt went awry, and we did two separate runs of it. One that you actually heard in the video, where it was that it spawned a war with Russia, and another that Kean decided against using, where we talked about you getting mauled by a bear.
Oh no, that really happened.
You got better, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get better.
So since
This is my ghost. I did get better.
Since that clip did not make it into the final documentary, here it is for your listening pleasure. And of course, I'm sure you all clicked this wondering if we would address, the elephant in the room. And I think it would be, disrespectful to bring up the Cipher Hunt without talking about it,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all the content warnings that we can possibly give, like if you want to skip ahead, that would be very understandable.
What I personally think is it's still worth covering the Cipher Hunt, and I think adding this detail will help people who want to organize similar events do it safely.
Avoid.
It's true,
Avoid
but
what
also, I
happened
mean,
in the past.
part of it is just, it's the nature of these things, of, nature. I mean,
Yeah.
So what we're talking about, if somehow you were unaware,
I would hate to be the one who doesn't know.
but on the night that the Bill Cipher statue was found in the woods of Reedsport, Oregon, there was a family that went there, the Lease family. I hope they're not listening to this podcast, but
yeah, good God.
We did
our
not contact
condolences.
them ahead of this.
No,
to check
I mean, they had enough media attention.
Right, their 14-year-old daughter, Chloe, was attacked by a grizzly bear.
Yeah. She did, to her credit, very bravely try to fight off the bear with her camera.
That bears hate cameras, which was, I think, another thing I want to educate the listeners on.
Yeah.
That's
That-
true.
I
that
think
did-
maybe the bear just didn't like her.
It could have been that, but something angered the bear more. He brought in his bear buddies. A couple of them had weapons with them.
It was a very unbalanced fight. I mean, he played pretty dirty.
And she was live streaming. She was live streaming the whole thing. Can you believe that?
For those who don't know, the Twitter used to have a live stream service called... God, I'm blanking on it. What was it?
Periscope, right?
Periscope.
And this is why they stopped, I believe.
I mean, several laws were put in place for protection on
That's
camera
right,
after
Chloe's
that.
law. Yeah.
Chloe's law, yeah.
That's why you can't live stream things anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also that, I mean, I don't mean to sound like all the conspiracy theorists that popped up at the time. That's obviously horrible. But it is weird that no one helped.
Do you want to take that statement against her family? Or?
But, her family wasn't the only people there.
You saw all the other periscopes that were going on. Nobody was in the
there were
area.
other
It was a
people
very
looking for the
unfortunate
statue.
accident. Yeah,
Well,
there
it
were
was
none
dark
in
at
her
this point.
vicinity.
Yeah. I mean, if they were small woods, it would just be a bunch of families in Bradley knocking about.
That's true. That's true.
And to be fair, when they heard the screams, people did come. They were just a little bit late.
Yeah.
And also, of course, some people thought the screams were a decorative sort of Bill thing and followed them.
I think they were also they were distracted by the fact that they had found the statue and didn't really notice the corpse until after.
Now, what I will say is I think it was very kind of the lady who owned the property to allow them to put a memorial for Chloe on the grounds.
It sucks that the police removed it, though.
They did have to move her her epitaph to one of the local...
That Confusion Hill.
Confusion Hill,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right, that's right. They let the statue stay on the grounds, though, weirdly.
Yeah, that was a confusing decision.
It really changed the vibe of Confusion Hill, I have to say.
Well, there was confusion.
Yeah, that's true.
But as always, we want to thank the thumbnail font, which doesn't have an author that we can discern. It just mysteriously appeared on our computer one day with the note, "From another universe, you'll need this." Fun little Gravity Falls joke, I guess.
Yeah, it's cute. Maybe a little...
A little too on the gnome, but nose, sorry.
Yeah. On the gnome, yeah.
There it was.
Well, if you
for
derived
your
listening pleasure from hearing about Chloe getting mauled by a bear, I don't know if I trust you.
Well, I mean, I can tell you I certainly got pleasure from it.
So Ella doesn't trust you, Chloe.
No, nor should you.
You know what?
You're,
We can
you're
change
smart.
that. You know what? We can change that, though. You can become trustworthy to us because... So this is a secret podcast. It doesn't officially exist. So Sarah and Chloe, the two of you are going to have to take a blood oath of secrecy before we move forward.
Oh, yes.
It is blood specifically because ink isn't worth anything to me.
What kind of blood?
So if you'll both...
your own blood.
Any would be fine.
Oh.
I mean, A,
Be
B,
positive.
O, any.
Okay.
Store
yeah.
bought is fine.
Let me check my fridge.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just got it.
Okay. Let me know. Exactly.
I mean, it does keep better in the fridge, so you're wise for that, yeah.
Yeah. My roommates always ask me what my mini fridge in my room is for. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's just say it's
That's
So
what
for-
I used it for, yeah. That
very
makes
important.
sense.
For both ready to go, would you please each raise your right hand?
I'm actually doing
Alright.
this.
Now raise a needle in your left hand. Right. Now
okay.
poke your finger, or I guess the bag that you stored in your fridge,
Yep.
and let a single drop of blood spill onto this this ancient parchment right here,
Ooh,
if you
fancy. Okay.
would. This one right here. Yep. Yep. Just anywhere. Yep.
Good.
Perfect. All right. Now, repeat after me. I say your name.
I,
Chloe,
Sarah,
Do hereby pledge
do hereby
hereby
pledge
Never to reveal the dark secrets I learned during this podcast.
never to reveal the dark secrets I learned during this podcast.
Not that it exists.
Not that it exists.
lest I obtain a multitude of stitches
Lest I obtain a multitude of stitches.
Proportionate to my transgression of snitching.
proportionate to my transgression of snitching.
So help me, Cipher.
So help me, Cipher.
So,
All right.
Excellent.
Oh, good. Also,
chill.
bandages. I forgot to mention. You're going to want to stop that bleeding.
Oh, I've got
Thanks.
some over here.
Why?
Here you guys go.
Okay, great. Perfect.
That
Thank
one
you.
has a little baby Bill Cipher on it. I drew it with Sharpie.
Aww.
oh, that's adorable.
Now he will store my blood in his little bones.
Yeah.
You shook
he
hands with
You
him
just get a
when you were
sticker because
14.
you used a bag.
Oh, do I have a story for you? No. Well, that's a later story. I'm going to tell you the blood story about the Book of Bill. Anyway,
Great.
So what aren't we talking about today?
Well, today we're definitely not talking about thisisnotawebsite.com, which absolutely was not a tie-in website released alongside the Book of Bill on July 23rd, 2024.
Well, process of elimination. I guess we're no. That is in fact
We're talking
what
about
we
a
are talking
website.
about. But you didn't hear it from us.
Correct.
No.
Where'd it come from?
Especially if anyone goes around asking.
There was a tie-in website with Lost Legends, Shmebu Unlocked, we talked about. There was a tie-in website with Time Pirates, Wrong Turn, and the coloring book had the Seuss cast. We talked about all of those before.
So I think it was speculated that there would be some kind of tie-in, but then they found it. There's a URL found on the release day on that sort of false cover page that Bill says is boring. There's text on the bottom that says, for more Bill Cipher Press fun, visit thisisnotawebsite.com.
iconic website name.
Do you want to read the next part, Shelby?
Yes. So, when first found, a countdown was displayed with a triangle and a password input box and a submit button next to it, similar to the Gravity Falls pilot page or the Disco Girl site before being taken down.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
Mystery of Gravity Falls put out a website to release the
remember.
Gravity Falls pilot with the Cipher
remember
Hunt.
that.
Okay, gotcha.
That required a password. And
Yes.
Disco Girl required Mason Pines as the password to get in.
Gotcha.
Dipper Secret Shame was the name of that website.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so in the one true intelligence test in Book of Bill, question 7 upside down reveals stretched text. Oh! I didn't know that this is how we found this.
What, you did it?
So it's kind of
Wow.
like a barcode.
I assumed it was brute forced, honestly.
Oh,
Essentially, it's this barcode, like, there's a lot of visual or optical illusion type puzzles like that where it looks like a barcode.
oh, I see the word. I turned it sideways and I see the word doc.
Yeah, where it's a bunch of letters that are really squished together, and then you're supposed to tilt the book upward to look at it from the bottom, and you'll see it. The thing about this one is that it's multiple lines of text that are overlapping each other in different orientations, so it looks like just a lot of cross-hatching. So you have to look at it from, like, each side, essentially, to see each part of the phrase, which, taken together, is, need a password? Fine, I'll talk. It's the name of the eyeball doc. But what could that mean?
Well, luckily, Bill gave us some required summer reading.
Thank goodness he did.
Yeah, chapter 2 of The Great Gatsby is inside of the Book of Bill, which is still the funniest thing in the world.
I love that.
And that opens with a description of the billboard.
Billboard.
The William
Everyone
board,
just started
please.
laughing at that.
That watches over the Valley of the Ashes, which is a a no longer active optometrist. So the billboard is in disarray, and his name is T.J. Eckelberg.
I'm forever scarred by that name.
So I'm guessing if you type that in, you probably get something really cool, right? At this point in July of 2024?
No, it was just a countdown to noon Pacific on July 30th, 2024. That was it, over a parchment background.
Oh. Well, hey, I mean, the Blind Eye website worked a similar way, so that's probably pretty exciting.
There was also a code in Bill's Cipher. Bill's Cipher, I know him. What does this mean? Does this mean this is not the official name of this substitution cipher?
No, that is.
No, I mean, there is one that's just colloquially...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just Bill's substitution cipher.
Yeah, in Bill's...
You could say Bill's substitution cipher.
Yeah.
That read lost files on it, implying the website would contain more tie-in material for the book like Shmebu Unlocked did.
Yeah.
So at the countdown's end, the site was renamed to Time is Dead and Meaning Has No Meaning. And the countdown said, now!
Then when you refresh it, what do you get?
Oh, this I remember.
An under construction page.
What?
Well, I remember both of them. I remember the countdown, and then I remember when people were posting about what... So I gotta preface this by saying, I'm going into this without knowing most of what people have found. I've seen a few things. I have seen the beginning of this. I wasn't tracking it as closely as I was with Cipher Hunt. But with this...
Yeah, I mean, because we were both, younger with Cipher Hunt and probably had less going on in life, and now we're like, oh, this seems really interesting. I need to try to keep up with it,
But Chloe, you were keeping track of this pretty carefully, right?
Oh boy, was I ever.
We got a Cipher Hunt veteran over here.
Fun fact, I left work early to go home and be at my home desk to make sure I could watch from the countdown end. I actually filmed myself.
So what was your reaction? What was your reaction to the construction page? What was your reaction to the reveal that it was just Seuss holding two wires saying that the site was having technical difficulties?
He took off work to see Seuss saying there were technical difficulties.
Deflated.
And that's how you could tell that your brain has been rotted. Your brain has been rotted by Gravity Falls when you see an image of Seuss and you're like, there's gotta be more.
You also should mention what you do for work.
Yes, I work for the mouse. So I took off time from the mouse.
So that means that this is especially a podcast that doesn't exist. That goes double now, that this podcast is not real.
Yeah.
I don't know any of you people.
Well, again, this bag over my head, I can't see anything, so I hope,
we were supposed to
I hope
take
you guys
that
are
off
like
when you
normal
got
people.
here. Okay. Well, I guess it's good for soundproofing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, some people, much like, Chloe, a lot of people didn't initially believe this and were tearing the page apart down to its source code to try to find the actual thing going on. So Alex himself had to tweet, sometimes technical difficulties are actually technical difficulties, haha. Give Seuss a few days to fix whatever he's cooking up. He's a good handyman. He'll get the job done.
A cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of that.
How? We didn't get to really ask him much about this website, but the idea
Well, that's because
of
the website doesn't
having this
exist,
tie-in
Charlie.
website...
It doesn't exist.
That's true. But the idea that the tie-in website was just announced in the book and it just didn't exist when the book came out, and then there was a countdown instead for it to exist, and that countdown wound up not being correct. This must have been so anxiety producing for Alex and team.
Yeah, it's a little rusty since the Cipher Hunt, I guess, It's
I do remember when we did talk to Alex, he did mention that Lip, who is the one who made the website, did it in a few days.
And where was I during that?
You were in the burlap sack.
What was your reaction to that, Chloe?
I'm looking at the video right now.
I just remembered this episode has a visual component, so we can actually play these videos.
Oh, you want to watch it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to see it.
Oh, sure. Frig it. I'm so excited.
I see the light in your eyes, and I know it's about to be extinguished.
Oh, yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Refresh.
Now?
Panic.
Stage 1, denial.
Oh, wait, we're moving into the second stage.
Bargaining.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, I don't know if we're there yet. Have we seen?
There's the
Now, have you seen
bargaining.
Furious
Seuss
typing.
yet?
That's what the typing is,
appeared
yeah.
I'm
yet?
on the disc. Yes, this is yes. I'm examining Seuss. I'm clicking on Seuss. I'm looking at the Great Gatsby PDF.
This is you realizing you put your job at Disney in danger for literally nothing.
I love how you're silent the whole time. You're just like...
This needs to. Can we take this and overlay the music from The Incredibles when Mr. Incredible is looking at all the superheroes who died?
I also realized that this episode has a visual component.
Yes.
We could just have our commentary here over this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That would be so much funnier.
I'm just like realizing, and then I'm furiously typing in the Discord.
Okay, we're in depression now. We made it to depression.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
You're
uh-oh.
mortified.
Let's see anger.
There's depression. Yep.
Come on, anger.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop
that's
recording
the
here in a
anger
second, so I'm
coming
like, oh no.
Yep.
And have you reached acceptance?
Look at the
Yeah.
facial expression. You're seeing like
That's
the
the
simmering.
anger.
To this day, no.
Oh, yep.
No.
There's the
There it is!
amazing
Reaction to the stages of grief.
live Chloe
Really,
reaction.
you really look so disappointed in this frame. Just your eyes that like...
Compared the first
Wait,
to the
compare
last,
back
yeah.
with the light in your eyes at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Go to the
Compare
first
back to the first frame. You lived 30 years in that
Yeah.
Oh
time.
my god.
I knew that I was like, I'm gonna record this because someday I'm gonna want to look at this
And then
because I'm sure it'll
nothing.
be
It's
something super important. And then literally nothing.
So now the countdown started going upwards.
Which isn't really how countdowns work traditionally. So that was concerning.
That's a count up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Charlie, do you want to go back and forth on the Seuss quotes here?
Actually, I was going to ask if... I don't know if Chloe, Shelby, and Sarah have Seuss impressions, but
Oh dear.
I say we go
boy.
for it regardless.
All right, yeah, round robin it. So when you click on Seuss, a bunch of speech bubbles pop up with things that he says. Some examples include, "Oops, the Mystery Shack is currently experiencing some delays, dude. Please bear with us as we figure out which wire goes where."
Let's see. The blue wire is connected to the hip bone.
So, what I want to know is, why are cryptic riddles always written down on tattered yellow parchment? Get some normal paper, dude.
Still coming, dudes. In the meantime, please enjoy this fine literature while you wait. People are saying it's the book of the summer. And what is the
And then
link to?
he linked an entire PDF of The Great Gatsby.
Oh my god.
In the meantime, experience some soothing tunes while you wait. They drown out the rage, dude.
And that link is dead. I don't know what that was to.
Maybe Blanchin? Oh, you know what it was? It was the lo-fi. It was the gravitational lo-fi.
That was no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was Blanche and it was the lo-fi that got taken down
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that was a
because
link
legal
to
issues.
that was a link to the Blanchin lo-fi.
I tried to explain to Mr. Pines how to open a PDF one time. He got so angry and confused that he punched through my Funko shelf. Many brave Funkos were lost that day. My favorite Otter Pop is Sir Isaac Lime, but Louis Blue is pretty cool too. Which is your favorite Otter Pop? Sound off in the chat! I love that now he's streaming, apparently. It's interesting that we've gone from the common parlance being like, let me know in the comments, to let me know in the chat.
Makes you think.
As YouTube gets worse and worse and more unusable.
Yeah. If the icy bear was real, I wonder if he'd be my friend.
Hopefully no one was expecting anything too crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chloe.
Apologizing to Chloe specifically.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Me. Yeah. No, that was a direct call out of me. Hey, dude, did you know that computers are filled with ghouls? That's a fact.
I'm gonna watch you. You're the website now, dude.
To quote a great man, everything's gonna be alright. Rockabye.
I wonder if it is possible to taste your own tongue. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, dude.
Boy, that counter is messed up. I guess we'll be ready when it finally reaches the bottom of math?
Man, I tried to look at that bill book and it was just a bunch of static. And the words, he's uncorruptible. What's that mean? Beats me, dog.
Are you blanching, girl? We're blanching. I'll live up in it. Dang, still in my head.
If I can't get this fixed, this will be the final countdown, dudes.
Oh man, did you see the new Sword Birth, Rise of the Swordians, Age of Swords DLC got delayed again? Don't they understand? As a consumer, my time is valuable. I wonder if I could make a hat small enough to fit on a bird.
That's a very Shelby thought.
It is a very Shelby. I have hats. I have literally my Wicked hats I made for my sugar gliders in my bag
there you
right
go.
now.
They deserve the chance to fly.
Or glide.
Also, lastly, and this is the one I actually saw going around, so occasionally clicking on Seuss enough times would give an image of Seuss with Bill's eyes in a custom code that translated to so many questions. Definitely
Which
a
is
nod
definitely
to
referencing
is
the...
Classic.
Is a reference yet. to the-
Definitely.
So many questions!
While this was all going on, Jason Ritter began losing his mind on social media.
This man started doing this shit on TikTok.
Yeah, and he kept making posts that were either like these cryptic, maybe clues, maybe not, but also kind of just losing his mind in a very Gravity Fallsy way. Because we've talked to the guy. We know that he is the biggest Gravity Falls fan in the
And
world.
he's also a ridiculous person.
Is he?
He is.
I loved the videos of him just talking to himself and being like, is Bill here?
Those were so good.
Look what just came. Oh, man. Okay. So I pre-ordered this book. The email said that it was going to get here like the 29th. The book comes out the 23rd. It's the book of Bill Cipher. But it showed up tonight. Not like in any box or anything, but just out the door. I thought anyway, I'm very excited to get into it. I don't know if Alex, is trying to freak me out, but I am a little freaked out. I've been hearing a lot of crazy things about this book. I'm kind of scared to read it. Do I just open it? Ooh, I don't know if I'm allowed to show you guys this, but why does it say my actual name in the book? Is that... Tyrone? Okay. I'm getting a little creeped out, actually, to be honest. Are you guys, hearing that? That,
Just keep reading.
No one, no one's here. It's, the middle of the night. And I'm, actually hearing.
Hey, help me. It's different.
I'm creeping myself out. If you came here to hurt me, clap your hands.
But he also has proximity enough to, Alex and the crew that people are kind of speculating, is he in on this, or is he just genuinely losing his mind?
Let me just blaze through with my patented Jason Ritter impression real quick, since I can read pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay? I am finding out stuff and decoding stuff at the same time as we all are. Whoa! Just practicing for when it happens. Don't know what it is, or if it happens, or reveals its horrific true nature. I'm just asking questions. I'm in the dark here too, guys. I know nothing though, really, guys, and until Alex texts me to stop, I'm gonna keep searching for the answers because they're out there somewhere. Ooh, some of you are really close. I mean, geographically to each other. I don't know what the answers are, so I wouldn't know who's close to figuring that out. I thought a fan-made video was a clue, for goodness sake. I'm following you guys. Fellas, is 7 and a half hour is too long to pretend you know nothing about a big secret thing? The answer is yes. If I knew anything, I would have caved by now. I don't have the kind of willpower. I'm stuck on a wall-connected phone charger. My eyes are blurry. My thumbs are putting up a good fight. Refreshing. I've alienated my family and friends. I would not be doing this if I was not driven by rabid curiosity. Yeah, that reminds me, during the Cipher Hunt podcast, Jason's wife, Melanie, was sick. And he was like taking care of their daughter the whole time. Like he would just unmute, talk to us, and then mute, and then like I received the whole raw audio of him taking care of his kid from his Audacity recording. And I'm like, hey, Jason, you didn't have to be here and you could leave. And Alex said, no, with Jason, that when it comes to Gravity Falls, that's not an option.
Yeah.
Gravity Falls is his other child.
Mm-hmm. And then he does that.
I want to get off Alex's wild ride.
He does that wacky face emoji. He says, whoops, wrong emoji. I meant, and then it's the little spy emoji. They're right next to each other on the emoji keyboard. Honest mistake. And then he has just a gif of Bipper. And he goes, oh my gosh, you guys, last night I had that thing happen to me where you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just standing at the mirror in the pitch black and your eyes are reflecting back to you. Oh, jump scare for real. I didn't know our eyes did that. Wow, you guys will not let this go. You little garpuntles, you. So here's the precious pupil check you've been asking for. As you can see, round is garpuntles.
You little garpuntles, you.
You know, garpuntles. Do you want to Google it?
How many hours of sleep do you think you had?
No.
None.
Yeah.
Do you want somebody want to Google garpuntles? Do we want to see?
Okay.
Yeah, it's an alien. No, they're the little aliens in the.
Yeah, it's from Flight of the Navigator, in the 1986 science fiction Disney film.
I know Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
We're doing great. I'm proud of us. We're chill. We're relaxed. Why, you could even put those words together in a portmanteau and describe us as real alien. We can wait however long it takes. We're all okay and not possessed even a little bit. Our minds are having normal thoughts. The royal we. Every one of us. And I. And them and us and even Jason. Oh, I see. Jason's the only human entity to suddenly speak in the third person. Okay, sure. That makes Jason the strange one. Okay, got it. So...
He's having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kept going back on, I know, no, I don't. And we finally asked Alex, hey, how much did Jason know?
I know Jason was also going pretty wild. Was he just doing that separately, or was he also like privy to some of the things you were working on?
Jason wasn't privy to anything, and that was a gift to Jason because he is Gravity Falls' biggest fan. Like, he literally is Dipper, and he's so excited about this stuff that I'm like, I don't want to spoil anything for him. I want him to get to experience it alongside everybody else.
Yeah, he started like gaslighting himself, I think.
Yeah, that's just Jason.
Oh my god, it was a delight to follow just Jason's journey on this.
Yeah, because Jason Ritter, he kept tweeting after every tweet where he was like, no, I don't know anything. It was like, or do I?
His TikToks were insane.
Yeah.
We love to see.
We laughed
funny.
so hard when he said Jason didn't know anything.
He's just like that.
So it's actually, this is funny. I have the other side of the story.
Yes.
So when we were interviewing Jason for the Cipher Hunt video, Kian and I asked him about the Twitter thread. I can't remember if I don't think we were rolling during the time. We asked him like, hey, did you actually know things, or were you just messing with us? He was like, no, I didn't know anything, but I kept texting Alex and like just sending him things, and he was just like, not yet, like it's technical difficulties. So he knew it was actually technical difficulties.
So he wasn't joking when he said, until Alex texts me to stop.
Yeah.
He wasn't joking.
He was being truthful.
Yes. Yeah. And he just did it because why not?
He just thought it was funny. That's just his humor.
Like, he was just like, yeah, I was just having fun, passing the time.
But what else is he gonna do? He's Gravity Falls' biggest fan.
What a silly man. I love him so much.
He's such a strange person. I want to point out the first joke he makes on the Cipher Hunt podcast is, could you imagine, as a big fan of Gravity Falls, how exciting it was to learn that I was Dipper?
Yeah.
As if he was somehow watching the show without recognizing his own voice acting.
Yeah.
I love him so much. Can I tell you really quick, it's just a sneak peek for you, a little tidbit, something else that he did while we were recording. We were filming pretty late over in Century City, and we were walking back to the parking lot to get some footage in a car. And we pass an ATM, and he goes, "Oh, hey, sorry guys, this is my bank's ATM. I actually need to use it for a second." And we were like, "Okay, cool, chill. Yeah, no worries. We'll wait for you." And so he's over like at the ATM. Kev from Roundtable, Kian, Carlisle, and myself. We're just like politely standing there waiting. And he has his back to us, and he's during the ATM. And he turns back around eventually and goes, "This is so weird. It spit out a bunch of normal bills, and then it spit out this." And he holds up this like old, worn, tattered -$12 bill. And we were all just like,
"Oh my god."
Huh? I love it. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just joking." And he puts it back in his wallet as if he carries it around with him everywhere he goes.
But I believe he would, yeah.
He absolutely does. When we talked to Michael Rianda, he told us that once he saw Jason when he was walking around Los Angeles, he saw Jason in his car, and Jason didn't see him, but he was wearing the Dipper hat, and he's like, he just drives around.
He just wears it, yeah.
That's so funny.
He's a real fan.
He is.
Look, he's a real fan.
He's such a good boy.
He is.
He is a real fan. He just happens to voice Dipper also.
I think he would be as big a fan if he did not get the role. Like, this would be his favorite show no matter what.
Absolutely, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I totally agree.
What are we talking about? A website? What's a website?
Yeah, so on at August 9th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Pacific, Seuss fixed the site, and entering the password gave you new phrases. 2 possible new images would appear with new phrases. Solved! Time to ask Mr. Pines for a raise.
Wait, I run the Mystery Shack now. I'm gonna give myself a raise.
I have infinite dollars, Seuss. Thanks, Seuss.
Man, I'm hungry. Resisting urge to gnaw on wires.
Hope no one noticed how long that took.
No one did.
I'm not just the handyman. I'm the handiest man.
Boy, I could really go for eating some honey out of a clay pot with my bare hands right now.
He is Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
True.
Now that I've fixed these wires, it's time to fix America.
Please, Seuss.
Only
please.
Seuss could.
I've earned a break. Time to finally download that app Mabel's always telling me about. TikTok. I wonder if anyone's even heard of Gravity Falls on there.
Oh, that is absolutely reference
Boy.
to Alex's experiences that he talked about in the... I mean, I
Yeah,
don't need to keep recommending the Book of Bill podcast. You guys are here. You found this through a secret code in it.
You had to have.
Yeah.
One time, my cousin Reggie tried to make a website, and he accidentally shut down the entire power grid of South Dakota. He's so good at computers, dude. Smiley face.
Open mouth smiley face.
Open mouth smiley face.
All right, so a new countdown began that ended at 12:30 Pacific time on the same day and displayed the current look of the site, which was designed and created by Lip Camarella. So we're going to put up on the screen the Instagram post, including a full, like from the ground up, designing of the page that we're looking at right now, which is really cool. And he also credits Ian Worrell as giving him the 3D image of the Book of Bill that is displayed prominently in the featured image.
Look at the starting facial expression in this one. The hesitancy.
You're already so world weary.
You've already started at the second stage of grief.
You already started at bargaining.
Oh boy, what am I in for now?
Hi. Oh my gosh. I know you can't see me. I'm filming it on my phone. I'm videoing on my phone. Hi everybody. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's less than 2 minutes.
Okay, we're back to happy.
Hesitantly happy.
The tweet.
Yeah, just
hold
a
on.
little
The tweet from Jason Ritter on my watch that
Emma's
just
calling me.
came
Emma's
in.
calling me.
That's not me, guys. That's not me.
Sorry, Emma. I'll text you.
Wow. All my friends being like, "Hey, did you notice that the countdown's happening?" And me being like, "Yeah, I freaking
I'm
noticed."
a little busy at the moment.
Dad's calling me.
Oh my god, I'm so
Sudden
happy
shift.
we invited
I just
Chloe.
noticed that, like-
These videos
Yeah.
are making this podcast for
These
me.
are gold. These are.
Oh my gosh, 45 seconds. Oh my gosh.
I'm like furiously typing. I'm
Ugh.
like, stop calling me. I'm recording.
Dad, I
know
swear,
what's happening.
I'm going to. Ah! I hate you all. Okay, 30 seconds.
This was me.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was me when the Gravity Falls finale
Yeah.
was about to air.
I know there's 15 seconds.
Hyperventilating, okay.
Uh-huh.
The longest 15 seconds of your life, to be sure.
Truly they were.
I mean, Chloe was also heavily involved in the Cipher Hunt, so I don't know. I think you just live like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's justified.
What is this? What is this? Come in, come in. I'm filming. Come in. I don't know. Look at it. There's danger. Book a bill.
Just
Family.
the screaming from off screen.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that other footage.
Oh, it's your roommate.
Dead. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of stuff. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff. This is an ARG. This is an ARG. This is Cipher Hunt 2. This is Cipher Hunt 2, baby.
What?
Oh my god. You can click on, wait, the gold tooth. What?
You're like,
What is going on?
Cyber
Was it?
Hunt
No.
2.
I don't know what's happening. Oh god. I don't know what's happening.
Is there any sound for you? Because I know you have it muted right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's still a minute.
Are you seeing?
No,
I forgot how long
we're
it
in it to win it now. I've
Are you
invested.
seeing anything? Are you clicking on stuff? Click on things. Oh, there's definitely like little bits of sound and stuff.
Yes.
So much here.
There's a
No.
lot.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh no, there's definitely sound.
Oh god.
Pog number 2.
There's a freaking password. I'm not.
Yeah, it's McGucket stuff.
Well, this is the password to the laptop. I doubt it's that.
Ah!
My Gravity Falls motion. Abby. Put Stanford in the laptop.
that was really good.
Okay.
Wait, there's so much that I have to look at.
Yeah.
Me being like, surely my special edition will never come in handy ever again.
I'm sure that's the only relevant password for that computer.
Who are you?
What? Can you flip through that file?
I don't see anything. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So let's go over to the website.
Yeah, so we get to see this.
Well, let's
Start where you started.
Yeah, type Stanford. Let's see what you saw.
Okay. So obviously, when prompted with a password to a laptop that says McGucket Labs on it, the first logical password that you're going to try is Stanford.
Oh.
So this looks like a case report of, I guess Ford went to somewhere to get diagnosed or whatever.
Not quite sure if you have polydactyly or not. We should do an exercise.
Stanford performed extremely well on reflex, cognitive, IQ, and every other test we could think of. We even tried giving him a placebo, and he tasted it, chuckled, spat it out, and said, "Oh, please." Not gonna lie, that's me. Then he amazed the team by playing Flight of the Bumblebee on the piano in our lobby. Honestly, I can't call this a disability. This is a hyper ability. He did finger puppets depicting the sinking of the Titanic, and everyone was spellbound. We might be looking in at the next evolution in the human species. If then something's crossed out, but it looks like I can still read it.
What was that?
If I could kidnap him and bring him to
No, I can't see it. My screen's too dark.
Whoops! Haha! I've said too much.
How do you see that?
And then finger donor is crossed out.
Whoa.
How did you see that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it says
did you see
check out
past
for
what
finger
was-
donor.
how did you see past
I'm
what
not
was
sure
crossed out?
If he
because I
consented
wrote
to
it.
that.
Yeah. How did you
Honestly.
see that?
You know. Because I can
No.
see it.
How do you know what it says there?
If you turn the screen, I can slightly see
I have
it.
a,
I can't see
I
it
have
at
a
all on
4K
my
monitor.
monitor.
I can see. It's just
I
not.
see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it says he was born. He was born on
the
6,
birthday. The birthday
6,
is wrong.
16, 19, and then the rest is blocked out. I'm sure that made Hana very happy.
Oh, well, that and it's not the 16th. It's June 15th.
Oh.
Also,
got it
I can see.
stands him. Yes, and I'm
oh, they got his
I'm shocked
birthday
that
wrong.
it's not
That's true.
fixed by
I was-
now. But yeah, Stan and him were born on June 15th.
It's possible
That's
that he
true.
gave the wrong birthday because he's a paranoid piece of crap.
by a
That's
day.
also true.
I can
By
also.
a day. I do that.
Yeah, me too.
My parents are boomers. My grandma's is beyond a boomer. That's like they were always like, don't give your real birthday.
That's fair.
And he was also 18 when they performed these tests.
You would know by. They're like, I don't know if he has the right number of fingers. We'll have to go see a doctor.
I think they would know by now.
No. So okay. So here's the thing though. Here's the thing. There are many forms of polydactyly. They're most often, very, very commonly in polydactyly patients are just a more of like just the skin and the cartilage and the soft tissue. You don't get the bone. And if you do get the bone, it's very rare that it's functional.
Yeah.
And typically it will be either a secondary thumb. So the thumb will have two thumbs basically. And then rarely it's on the pinky. So Stanford actually has one of the most rare forms of polydactyly, and it is very important to keep up on the growth of those appendages. Typically, if it was not a functioning finger, it would have most likely been removed at a younger age. Although, considering this is the 50s or 60s, probably not.
I don't know. My grandma had a toe removed around that time on both feet.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
I do want to say, since I'm actually just came out of anatomy and physiology first part, so I'm kind of refreshed on this. But because normally, if a fully grown extra finger is not functional, that's likely because it's not innervated, because that requires a spot in your motor cortex. Because you have like the motor homunculus.
Yes, that's right.
And that kind of corresponds to each individual finger has a place in the motor cortex. So I guess Ford has a place for his sixth finger in his motor cortex. Maybe that would explain his other brain anomalies of being really smart too.
Interesting.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Let's leave this document.
I'm glad we have
Exactly.
these two specific non-guests for this non-podcast.
I'm real good at picking guests.
Or in this case, not picking
Yeah.
them.
Can you click on the Book of Bill for me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, because not only can you type into this laptop here, you can also click around on the desk itself.
Okay, and then it says, Dipper, if you're reading this, then I am dead. Kidding! Sorry, Stanley thought that would be funny. We're currently out shopping for harpoons to prepare for our trip to the Arctic. I had a hunch you might sneak into my lab while I was away, despite my many warnings not to. Good on you! Curiosity enriched the mind of the cat, they always say. Before I hurl the book into the bottomless pit, I've been experimenting on it, extracting any last secrets I can rend from within. It seems it is always changing, reflecting the tortured mind of its author and reader alike. Feel free to take this rainy day to peruse any extra pages you may find down here at your leisure. But be warned, prolonged exposure to Cipher's tricks can lead to madness. Then again, you and Mabel are 13 now. You're probably old enough to handle any demonic curses that come your way.
Aww.
Just remember to stick together.
Aww.
A true mystery hunt isn't about the mystery. It's about who you're hunting with.
Oh, he's grown.
Finally, I understand that. Stanford Pines. P.S. Seuss, if you're reading this, I won't make you a Mr. Pines amiibo. I don't even know what that means. Stop asking.
Dude, please, okay, come on.
It's like a me, but Bo. It's like a me. You know, like a me on a Wii. What?
Are those words?
Stan, if you end up breaking into my lab at some point later today, bravo! Still as good a locksmith as in 8th grade. PPPS. Bill, if you're somehow reading this, go choke on glass. I am, as Mabel says, leaving you on red. And then,
X's.
There's some text down there. Wonder what that
This
says.
freaking message killed me.
Decoding the code at the bottom.
I didn't.
Yes, because it's.
No,
Sorry,
no,
go ahead.
Chloe. Take the lead, Chloe.
Go for it. Tell us what it is. What's it say?
Here's the sad thing. I can read it without having to look it up. It killed me because those symbols, some of those symbols in that particular orientation do not exist in any of the specific ciphers that we have already. And so upon seeing this, my first thought was, oh my god, we're getting another symbol cipher? And I lost my mind, and I tried brute forcing it for like probably 20 to 30 minutes before I saw someone say, use a mirror, and I was like, god damn it, it's just reflected. It's just backwards.
True dipper moment.
Truly, yeah. Anyway, it's at Astra per Aspera. Of course, always must sign.
And that, for those who don't know, that translates in Latin to through hardships to the stars, and it's kind of Ford's unofficial catchphrase since the journal.
Oh yeah, he says it in the journal. It's like the front page of the journal.
And it's his yearbook quote, and it's like his version of To Infinity and Beyond.
It's his favorite quote. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His catchphrase.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's why my Ford voice sounds so much like Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, yeah,
and this gives us, what does this give us? Some diary entries about Mabel and Ford investigating the Bill statue.
Been there, done that.
So, yeah, that's true. Chloe was exactly in that spot. Cypher's corpse? I spent yesterday with Mabel applying spells, curses, and unicorn hairs to the base of Cypher's remains. Mabel is taking her role as my Cipher Defense Squad assistant very seriously. But asked us both to wear witch hats for some reason, which I happily obliged. I have always seen Dipper as cut from a similar cloth as me, but I'm delighted to report that Mabel has a vibrant, curious mind well suited to discovery and adventure. Anomalies are indeed present at the site of the statue. Nearby shadows stretch into triangular shapes. Compasses point directly away from Cipher, as though he is the anti-North.
You mean South?
So he doesn't like that movie. He's like
he's not a fan of North.
He's like Siskel and Ebert that way.
We still have to
no
watch
sound. Not even birds will come near. But that's not true.
Oh god, the Bill is a bird theory is going to come back.
Mabel, perhaps sensing my unease, threw an impromptu eulogy for Bill, which involved a lot more sock puppets than you usually expect at a funeral.
Goodbye, Cipher. You are dead, blown up in my Grunkle's head. Too much power hurt your soul. Reincarnate as a vole. Amen.
I love this limerick-esque,
Amazing.
Oh, look at the drawing! Look at that drawing!
I know.
This is a Emmy Cesariega drawing.
Okay.
I have, by the way, I haven't seen this. This is new to me. I'm experiencing this for the first time.
Oh, wow.
You looking?
Souvenir pen, question marks drawn towards statue. Wise words from my assistant. His funeral gave me a bittersweet sense of closure. How strange it is to look back on it all now.
To Mystery Shack look back?
To look back? Is that a reference?
We're acknowledged.
I once considered him the center of my life, the sun in my galaxy, when all along he was a black hole, sucking,
well,
he was a black hole, sucking everything, sucking everything bright into his bottomless ego.
Oh, I don't think he was bottomless. He had you, Ford.
Oh my god. Are we gonna edit these out, or are we just assuming children won't find this episode?
I don't know.
The Freudian slips are insane.
I don't know.
They're
It was
normal
really
words.
funny is my one defense for keeping it in.
It's true. It really is. It's like real-time fandom all over again. All right.
Look, this travels to dimensions meant for older listeners.
It's true. Is this statue the lost sun bleach husk of a powerless, forgotten failure? Or a warning of something sinister yet to come? You tell me, dear reader. What do you see when you look in Cipher's eye? Ad Ad Astra per Aspera. Stanford.
And Mabel.
Aww.
No way! I like sweaters and writing in my diary too!
Ford and Mabel bonding.
There's their witch hats.
I love it.
Wait, also, I need you to read the Mabel caption right under Bill.
He looking.
What do you see when you look at Cipher's eye? I see a kitty cat.
That's true. It is a kitty cat. Kittens for fists.
He's a cute little meow meow. Just kidding. I don't. If
I see
anyone who,
googly.
I think Emmy cited this as one of her favorite drawings she did for the book.
it's so it is really cute. That's some shit I would have like.
It's so cute.
Requested on a charity stream or something.
Yeah.
I love the witch hats. That's such a funny detail.
Yeah.
I love also that Ford sweater is purple here.
Yes, yeah. Because Mabel didn't have a maroon marker.
It's kind of like a magenta. Yeah.
Can you go back to the page and click on the dagger?
Oh, to the main desk.
Oh.
Yeah.
The main page.
Yeah, so there's a dagger that is impaling the book. I guess Ford got really frustrated with it. And when you click on it, it gives you this page, an ad about a machine called the Cipher Opticon, probably from the Anti-Cipher Society.
Do you want to read it for us, Ella?
Certainly. The Cipher Opticon. 'Twas once believed that ghosts and demons were invisible to men. With these crank-operated quadro monocles, Cipher's form, once visible only to fortune-tellers and a few rare species of shrimp, shall at last be revealed. See Cipher before he sees you. Powered by optical syrup made from ground-up bumblebee eyes. Let the power of bumblebee eyes work for you. For added effectiveness, we advise charging the Cipher Opticon by staring directly at the source of all light, the sun. The Bill Hunter's Almanac. Every fact we have unearthed about the Fiend is collected herein, for only 1 halfpenny a volume. We have even collected some jokes. Example, knock knock. Whom calls? The eradication of Bill Cipher. That is whom. Joke complete.
Phenomenal.
That's a great joke.
Non-joke.
Incredible work.
I really wish this podcast existed. It is so fun.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk. I don't know, just for fun.
Well, let's go back and click on the
Wait, there's
gold
a hidden
tooth
C and L on here. Has that been pointed out before?
Whoa.
The C and L references Charlie and Ella.
Or maybe my name.
Wait, where's
Oh,
that?
true.
Where's
Hello.
the hidden C and L?
Look
My
at the
last name
second,
starts
the
with an
first
L.
L.
What's his bill?
Compare the first L and Bill to the second L and
interesting.
Bill.
There's a C and an L behind there. I'm sure someone spotted that before. It's just the first time I've noticed it.
Weird.
Weird
Guess it
again.
was just overlooked.
All right.
Overlooked in Adobe Illustrator. No, not Illustrator. InDesign or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you?
It could have been Photoshop. I don't know.
Alex uses InDesign, but we don't know that he put that together. Can you click on? Actually, can you click on the gold tooth? Can you click on the gold tooth?
So clicking on the gold.
Lucky you! Get out a debt-free card.
Ooh, print that one out.
Print out this card and swallow it for one free resurrection. Only for use in participating realities. Must renounce all other gods. Void with that substrate independence.
Also, for reference, substrate independence appears to be the idea that, your thoughts are not, like, expending physical energy, which is, it's not
false.
true.
I think too much every day, and I physically experience that. Your brain uses up, just at rest, 20% of the glucose in your system in the oxygen. It's it's the biggest energy hog of your entire body.
You should,
so
you got a lot of excess
whatever.
CPU usage in there. You should really turn that off every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we? And there's a print option here. Wonderfully.
Yeah.
And so what happens when you click on the McGucket
Can we click
Labs?
the top, the McGucket Labs logo?
Okay. Okay, McGucket, go!
Sweet tar and molasses. This is the first time I've been asked to journal in 30-odd years. I can't quite write as proper as I used to, so I constructified a dictation bot to transcribe for me.
Hello, I am Dictation Bot. Dictation is all I know. I understand every word in the dictionary, but the one word I do not understand is love.
Dictation bot, hush before I throw you in the bad robot graveyard.
Sorry, Father. I will return to dictation.
Any which way, my grandpappy used to say, you can't call a goose with a hog whistle, which means you shouldn't expect a swindler to change his tune. I never met Triangle Danny, or however they call him, but I saw him one time, at least I think I did, and he's more or less a Lucifer incarnate, if I do say so myself. I scrummaged up an old record from a yard sale with some proper advice on the subject. Hoo-wee, it's a good way to clear out the guests at the end of a hoedown, but it's got some good advice. Type hectoring in the computer down in the lab to hear it. Anyhow, if you ever need a damp burlap sack full of miscellaneous springs, or want to hear how to create cold fusion, you know who to call. Me and Tater are going to get back catching up on fishing. Called us a whopper the other day. Signed Fiddleford Hadron McGucket. P.S. I think I had a shirt that looked like that triangle feller in college. Better find it so I can burn it proper. Good night, Sally.
Well, I mean, McGuckus told us to type in
Yeah, that was
hectoring.
definitely the first one that I personally typed in. I'm also gonna, as a side note, I'm gonna strike the ones we've already covered in the doc so we know that we've covered it already.
Gotcha.
My favorite song. My favorite lullaby.
Cipher is real, he's sinful and yellow. He's a triangle fella with mischief in mind. Cipher is real, he'll cause weird Mageddon. So don't be forgetting to leave him behind.
Folks, I attended a church service this last Sunday, and the preacher, who was a little old man with a great big heart, raised his hand aloft to the sky and asked, "Is there anyone here in this
Was that a
congregation
freaking Fabulous Secret Powers reference?
who can testify as to the wickedry of the triangle false idol Bill Cipher? Anyone here? Anyone in the audience?" Sure enough, a little old lady, shawl wrapped around her shoulders, pearl necklace jingling off her withered neck, raised her hand and she commenced to speak. She said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I was once a law-abiding citizen like you. I sold cigarettes down at the trade station to the sailors coming to and fro across this great land. But one day, I was lying in bed, and sure enough, there he was, Bill Cipher himself. He said, 'Doris,' my name was Dolores, but I did not correct him, so impressed was I.
That's my
Doris,
favorite joke.
I'll get you a husband. Nay, I'll get you gold, silver, silks, and spices, if you'll follow me." And I'm not too happy to admit it, but I fell under his demonic spell. I began to drink fruit beer and listen to the jazz music. I'd dance late at night and steal teeth out of the mouths of animals, and the next thing you know, my whole body was covered in triangular tattoos. If you don't mind, I hope you're not too bashful. I'd like to show you. She took off her blouse, exposing herself for the good Lord and all of us to see. Sure enough, across her bosom was a demonic triangle, standing defiant against God and man with a pink t-shirt that said, I'm a little different. Get used to it." And she fell to her knees and wept.
Cipher is real, he's sinful and yellow. He's a triangle fella.
He's yellow.
He's a triangle fella. Cipher is real, he'll cause weird Mageddon.
Come on, folks.
So don't be forgetting to leave him behind.
Pass the collection plate. I'm here every day, every Sunday.
Was that at church?
Yes.
The Search of Cipher.
And that was one of my favorite vocal performances Alex has done.
That was really good.
That was a reference to the song mentioned in the Book of Bill by Pluckin' Jim Puckett, who is quoted as saying, "I hate Bill more than I love my son," although it did not contain nearly as much judgmental yodeling as the album title, as the album
if you
cover
can believe
promised.
it, I really thought that was the extent of what you could type into the computer at the time.
Aw.
Me too.
Oh.
Me too.
Oh, you
But you know
poor
what?
souls.
You know what though?
No,
I
well,
would have been
I typed in- the
satisfied.
first thing I typed
I would
in-
have been perfectly satisfied with
The
that.
the first thing I typed in actually was because I was just so used to typing it in this website was TJ Uckelberg. So if we want to type that real quick.
Oh, yes. Wait, is it... I should know this by now. It's URG, right? Did I write the first
Never
one?
mentioned that name again.
Yeah, that's about how I felt.
So click on the eye in the bottle for us.
I should have known better than to try advanced construction with a species that didn't have opposable thumbs. The Finderdorf-mentional porptol was as hard to use as it was to say out loud. No wonder these tuna net-bound squeaky toys didn't become the dominant species. Learn to operate a hammer, then we'll talk.
That was Bill's attempt to recruit people of Atlantis to build a portal for him.
Attempt number 47, if you'd like.
Yeah, it's his failed portal attempt number 47.
I like the idea that he
Atlantis.
cataloged these. He's very dipper in that way.
Yes. There's faint text that reads the Book of Bill somewhere.
The bottom left of the website.
This is at the bottom. This goes... Is it talking about this one?
Yeah.
This just goes to a link to where to buy it on Barnes & Noble.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a couple other things. We've still got the candle. We still got...
Go for it.
Yeah, so these are things that don't necessarily...
Okay.
that change
I found the
change the
candle.
layout of the site itself, or the visuals.
Similarly, it's looking a little dull in here. Can you type Mabel a couple times?
I agree.
Stickers!
Stickers? Yeah?
You more?
Oh my god, that's
Yeah, we got the glow stars third try.
And you know Ford would love it.
Lab now fully Mabelized.
Lab now fully Mabelized.
Mabelize me, Mabel.
You know it.
Hey, Chloe, can you type in a naughty word?
Which naughty word did you prefer?
Dealer's
Your
choice.
favorite.
Bastard. Bastard is a good one.
I do
Oh
like
no,
bastard.
it doesn't activate it.
that
I don't
one-
think that one has a
okay.
response, though.
I guess that one
not.
didn't work.
Gotta
Type
be no
in...
more money.
I don't know.
Type in
maybe.
Well, I guess we all have to wash our mouths out with soap now.
We gotta use the same soap?
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah.
only the one bar.
Whoa. Fine, I
There's a
guess.
great joke in the ITV version of Murder on the Orient Express where someone says, "Pardon my French, but he was a total bastard." And Poirot says, "It is a French word, yes." Okay, let's see what happens if you type in baby, though.
Shermie?
Well, okay.
We get an ultrasound with a baby Bill inside.
See you in 9 months, Papa.
What a baby!
Mpreg?
Oh yeah, Mpreg.
Yeah, when did this website come out again?
August 9th?
We're getting close.
So anyone who used it in the beginning of August should be giving birth in about 2 months.
He's almost due.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Aw, so proud of you.
Yeah, type in
When you type Alex Hirsch,
type in Alex
you get
Hirsch.
a Google redirect to flannel.
I love this one.
Is it going to be the same over and over?
Incredible.
Oh, wow. And we're... Hopefully you're
It'll
not
be
gonna...
the same. I think you have to type it in like
You're gonna have to show
1,000
it
times to get the
somehow.
other option. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
okay.
my friend tried to get that one, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, you have to do it 1,000 times."
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
I think there's actually more than one version of it. There's at least 2 that I know of. I'm going to cover one now, and you can cover the other one in the Hall of Conspiracies. But this one was posted in August of 2024. Fun fact, Alex Hirsch died in 2016 choking on a pen cap while beginning to outline Season 3. Not wanting bad press, the Walt Disney Corporation quietly dissolved his remains in a vat of turpentine, acetone, and benzene and had their Imagineers replace him with a lifelike animatronic replica made from a rejected Abe Lincoln from the Hall of Presidents. Many were fooled, but the signs are obvious for those who know where to look. Have you seen him lately? His flesh sags because it's rubber. There are gray hairs showing. These are wires. And he looks more visibly tired than ever before. Needs recharging. This photo was snuck out of the Disney vault by an unnamed contact who was recently found dead, face down in the water of It's a Small World. Coincidence? There is no such thing as coincidence.
Okay, type in blind eye.
Which is, a reference to the
Yeah.
symbol on the left.
And you get this eye doctor vision test chart, and when you click the image...
Looks like code to me.
And we will note that it has the light cipher at the bottom. I can't
the
remember
color
what it's called
code,
right now.
The
color
the
cipher.
color code.
Yeah, it's got the color cipher
There's
on
a
the bottom.
color cipher?
Oh, yeah, Sarah.
Yep.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Like, it's specifically from Euclidia, because they only use the color cipher in reference to
Oh
Euclidia.
my god. Awesome.
So if you click the...
Yeah.
So do we know what that color cipher says?
Oh no, I could read color. I could read in color this
You're
summer.
so
That's so
devoted,
cool.
Chloe.
I couldn't even. It was bad. It was bad.
That is such a cool skill set.
It is a cool skill set.
Well, I don't. There was a night I remember I was going through this website and I was like, I just started reading like the color codes and then I just started clicking around, just not paying attention to it, and then I went, wait a second.
Did I just read that?
The color code at the bottom decodes to Euclidean Department of Vision Supervision.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, good.
And then the Caesar-encoded messages that are actually in the letters of the eye chart, they alternate between they'll see and they'll all see. And if you keep clicking, do me a favor and keep clicking the eye chart. It just keeps getting blurrier.
So I have just one of my friends on TikTok going insane through like the Euclidean lore that's being dropped in here.
Yeah, because this is our first instance of it, or at least our, our next
and so
instance.
her theory about this is that this is Bill's eye getting blurrier and blurrier because they're trying to blind him from being able to see the third dimension.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely seems like a doctor trying to fix him.
And like in the show, when they try to blind Bill, he says, "Do you know how long it takes for this to grow back?"
Yeah.
Because it's happened to him before.
Yeah.
He's had his eye damaged and has had to regenerate it before. It's happened to him before. When? I believe it was when he was in his home dimension. They were doing these procedures to him to try and take away this ability to see the third dimension because it challenged the Euclidean status quo. It was illegal. It wasn't allowed. I believe that the Euclidean species was trying to evolve. Every so often a Euclidean would be born with an extra eye that let them see that third dimension, and instead of embracing the change, instead of giving their citizens the freedom to experience this new reality, they were shut down and they had that ability taken away from them in order to maintain the status quo in Euclidia. I think that Bill was part of the way through this procedure when he couldn't take it anymore, and that's when this they'll all see sentiment comes in. He liberated his dimension from these rules, from that status quo, and in the process, the dimension was destroyed. It's up to you whether you think that Bill's destruction of his dimension in the process was accidental or not. I think that they'll all see isn't something you would say if there wasn't at least some level of it being premeditated. I think Bill had a lot of resentment towards his dimension because of the way that they trapped him and other Euclideans into this very flat, very close-minded way of being. Because he knew that there was a world beyond these two dimensions. He could see it. And I think that's why he describes what he did as liberating his dimension. I also think he holds a lot of guilt for what happened. His guilt is mostly directed towards the fact that his parents were caught in the crossfires. His parents were destroyed as well. His parents were only doing what they thought was best for him. And I think this is where Bill's anti-authority personality comes from. He thrives on chaos. He hates rules. He loves going to dimensions and defying all of their laws of physics. Oh, you think that up has to be up and down has to be down? You think that gravity has to go this way? You think that eyes have to be here and ears have to be here? Nope. What if it was this? What if I switched all the functions of the holes in your face? What if reality was an illusion and the universe was a hologram? What if the sky was over there and the ground was up here? And what if, snap, you're made of gold now? That's why he does that, because he doesn't like rules, he doesn't like laws of physics, he wants chaos. He believes that everybody should be able to experience reality how he does, outside of the laws of physics that any one dimension dares to try and put on its citizens. I think that's why Bill is like that. But that's just a theory. I don't know. I think that's where his obsession with liberating dimensions comes from. But let me know what you think. And now I'm going to put this book down and go and touch some grass.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But can you type the word romance?
Ooh, summer romance.
We get...
Yes!
We're gonna get an excerpt from Tabitha
please.
Lusthart's The Love Triangle, the book that was teased in all the fake covers.
Please click it.
Ah, yes. My favorite book.
The Scalene Triangle.
True.
If my father knew that I was not in fact tilling the field for wheats and grains, but was in fact tilling my heart for love, I had caught the singular eye of the triangular farm boy from our nemesis farm across the road. His name was William Bondor Musclepoppin, but I called him Bill. He was poor, despite speaking often of gold.
Ha ha ha! Romancefina! Your eyes are like screaming black holes!
He would compliment me often. Things seemed perfect,
Romancefina.
but as you know, there are 3 sides to every story. His horse, Kloppenstein, wanted us both.
Kloppenstein. Next time I'm playing Breath of the Wild, that's a horse I'm gonna name Kloppenstein. If it fits.
Yes, that was Emmy Ciceriga reading her own illustration.
And doing a Bill impression as well. Fantastic.
Doing a terrible Bill impression.
It's amazing. I would like to hear the other audiobook that is present in here too, if possible.
Which one's that?
How do you do that one?
So let me see. That's the Spook 'em Ups one.
So type Spook 'em Ups?
Maybe.
Or type Goosebumps, maybe.
Try both.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Look at.
This is fun.
I gulped. Sweat dripped down from under my turquoise denim baseball cap. I knew I had to open the spooky closet door, or Zach would tell everyone at school that I was a wuss. Well, here goes, I thought to myself. I pulled on the handle and flung the smelly old door open to look inside. I screamed. It was Bill! Chapter 8. It was not Bill. It was just an old, broken jukebox from the 50s, the kind my mom and dad used to listen to. I stopped screaming. I was so embarrassed. If Zach ever found out I was scared by a grody old jukebox, he'd probably give me a wedgie. Stupid jukebox, I said, and kicked it with my aquamarine basketball sneaker. Suddenly, its lights flickered on, and it started to play haunting music. Shocked,
Really detailed
I backed
colors.
away.
I love the
You
detail.
don't like golden oldies? A voice said behind me. I whipped around. All that was there was a mirror on the wall. But something was different about my reflection. I grasped my face. I was old. Behind my wrinkled self in the reflection, I saw the grody haunted jukebox begin to morph.
Keep using the word
It morphed
grody.
into a scary triangular shape. I screamed. It was Bill. Chapter 9. It was not Bill. It was just Zach. Haha, I pranked you. Zach laughed.
All the chapters
Zach
have the
was
same
so
title.
cool, and I was just a wuss.
Say wuss.
It's so.
And I wet myself, he said, as it
love
fed
the
out.
use of grody. I have not heard that word in like over a decade.
Yeah,
I love that
a word created by Moon Unit Zappa for the song Valley
yeah.
Girl.
And that was Neil.
Was Neil Ciceriga, a.k.a. Lemon Demon.
Like a wuss.
All
And
right.
if you type in the word card.
Give us
yeah.
card. Yeah.
What do we get? Why, it's Bill's business card. Specifically,
Ooh, it's a fruit by the foot.
Dose by the freaking yard.
his business card is a fruit by the foot. I actually hadn't seen this one.
I haven't seen this one either. I'm having like a...
This was a more rare one. I don't...
What's on the rest of it then?
Yeah,
Probably just him in other language, his name and other ciphers.
Can you put? Can you tattoo them on yourself?
I assume you can.
Oh, like the tongue tattoo?
Like the tongue tattoos?
Oh, that would be great.
Like a Bill Cipher tongue tattoo?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? You can see what the inside of your mouth is like. Charlie's missing this.
You're never gonna see what the inside of your mouth looks like.
He's just gonna see the roof of my palate, and he's gonna be like,
I don't
can't
just gonna be like, I don't know what that is.
So, Millie was going around asking if anyone had like 3D glasses or anything, wondering if maybe there was something encoded on the page on the right there. Because it looks like those images, but I separated it into both blue and red channels only and nothing.
Aw.
Just texture.
Gooey texture.
We can skip through these to the more important ones if you want.
Unless you want to type in the word conspiracy.
Oh, you definitely want to type in the word conspiracy.
What'll that give you?
Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. You go to the website, there's a countdown.
Was this you, Chloe?
But it's counting backwards.
Yeah.
Right? The whole thing's backwards, okay?
This is Charlie Day.
This is so funny.
This is Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He has these messages, just a few messages, that's it, goes nowhere. There should be more, right? I mean, I typed in TJ Eckelberg. I read through the entire PDF of The Great Gatsby for some reason. The trail runs cold, so I'm thinking, okay, it's Morse code, right? So there's
Pepe
Morse
Sylvia,
code in
Pepe
the
Sylvia.
sparks, but the sparks don't say anything, so I'm losing my mind here. I'm losing my freaking mind. What does it mean? What does it mean?
This is who I wanted cast as Luigi.
He is cast as Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
That is Luigi.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
No, the other Luigi.
No, I was thinking pre-Mario movie. I was thinking pre-Mario movie.
Maybe we didn't mean conspiracy. Maybe we meant to type theory. Try theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Internet!
What?
This time,
It's Matt Pat.
you're on your own.
Oh my god. Is it actually Matt Pat?
Yes, that is actually Matt Pat.
It is actually Matt Pat. There's an extended one too.
Yes, that was Matt Pat. Okay, no, we definitely, and there's a longer version of that that we'll just play here.
Yeah.
Hello, Internet! This time, you're on your own. But, hold on, if I'm here, then does that canonically make me a character in the Gravity Falls universe? No, and I'm wearing yellow! Oh god, what is going on right now? Am I a part of the show? Should I be on this board? What is happening? Am I secretly a clue right now? I need you to solve this, please.
We went the word weird.
Yeah.
Sorry
Type
about that.
weird.
We went to type weird.
Is it L? Well, yeah, he was on Gravity
How did I
Falls.
get
So.
inside this computer? How do I get out of here?
Somebody help him. Weird Al is trapped.
Bill! Bill! Let me out! Bill!
You got the sack treatment too,
Oh yeah,
huh?
he did. Yeah.
Weird Al.
Type. What about Dipper?
Dipper.
Pine Tree, I'm so glad you found this message. Written in the book are secrets only you could comprehend. Written in solar-powered ink. To train your eyes to see the ink, simply stare directly at the sun for 13 hours. No blinking. It's the only way, Dipper. If you start to smell your eyes burning, that means it's working.
Now keep clicking on that for us.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, if you could still read this, buddy, you haven't trained enough. Back to looking at the sun, kid. Chop, chop. Those messages aren't going to decode themselves. Go, go.
And the more you type, the more you enter Dipper, you get more messages from Bill.
I think it's working. Stare harder. Harder.
And the parchment gets blurrier and more burned
It's
out.
like that bit from Invader
I was
Zim.
just about to say that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm blind.
You've almost solved it.
And now it's just a pitch black image. I said it in the previous episode too, but I do love how Bill specifically will antagonize Dipper. Like in the Bill Cipher AMA, he encouraged Dipper to rub jalapeno peppers into his eyes.
Right? He really wants him to go
Dipper.
blind.
Like, he hates evereverone, but he hates
He wants his ass
Dipper.
dead.
Can you type God?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah!
It's an Ashalocious vibing.
Hi, Tia. Type Giffany.
How many things do they have like a special
many.
input for?
This is only...
So many. Too many. More than we can cover
my God.
today.
Wow. But now? What do you mean now?
Well, there's more than we can do in this particular podcast episode.
Yeah, I know that. But like how
Sarah, there's like 175 passwords.
Oh, it's and counting.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I've done this one yet.
Type it. Keep pressing.
Yeah, if you keep entering the word Giffany, it'll keep warning you not to input the word Giffany, but it'll keep breaching the firewall of the computer.
Amazing.
And according to Alex in our in the podcast you already heard, this was Matt Chapman's idea.
It's a very good idea, because now Giffany is on the screen saying, Seuss, I still love you.
Giffany was on the screen saying, ERT plus, Y76B. Oh,
Computer over. Virus
we
equals
will
very
be
yes.
together.
That's not a good prize.
Now downloading Girlfriend.
Now downloading Girlfriend. This action.
And then it downloads malware. Actually, it's...
No,
it's just a zip file of all the sprite files made for the episode by Paul Robertson.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
Oh, sick.
Hey
Oh,
nerd.
sick.
Type in hey nerd.
Yeah!
What does this say? Whether he's snoozing in the cabbage patch, dozing in on a daffodil, or just being a curious little bumblebee, these adorable Bill portraits from famed photographer Delilah Darlin will bring a ray of sunshine to your cubicle 12 months a year.
This reading is perfect. Keep going, Sarah.
That's 8.
What Roman numeral
That's
is that?
13.
Is that 13?
Yeah, 13.
Cygnus 13 Galaxy. Can you zoom in a bit? It's kind of hard for me to see. If it's possible. I don't know. I don't think it's possible. Nah, I'll go really close to my computer. Cygnus 13 Galaxy. This slightly used galaxy was acquired through very legal means, but needs to be sold fast. With a roomy interior, 760 million light years across, and various gases and holes, it can be yours for 3 trillion easy installments of $19.99. Pick up only. Buy now.
Pick up only.
Someone's hand. No further information. You want it or not. 30-day trial only. Triangle. This new accent by Bill Cipher will have everyone in the room asking, what died in here? You'll never tell. Smiley face. Remember, it's not triangle, it's triangle. Oh, like from TV. Scrub a bill. You've done things, terrible things that you can never wash away unless you use the Scrub-A-Bill. This miracle scrubber that works on glass, non-stick coating, granite, wood, stainless steel, and bone. Rush delivery available. Order now. 1-800-555-CYPHER9.
And the calendar's on sale.
And this is an extended page of the final page of the limited edition ones in the Barnes & Noble copy.
Yeah.
So the right side is in the book, the left side is not. This is delightful. We can close out of this one and go to the next prompt if you want, Chloe. Okay, which one did you want to do next?
Let's...
Do we need to check the dock?
Let's do rubber hose.
Okay.
I actually haven't heard this one yet.
Catchy.
The world is all ever after for always. The world is all ever after for always.
I think they got the lyrics wrong.
This is the better version. version, to be honest.
I like it more, yeah.
So will this just go forever if we let it?
I think it might.
It's pleasant.
Wait, can you speed it up? Is there a way to do that?
Oh yeah, turn up the speed. Turn up the speed.
I would like to die to this.
Oh, the speed didn't turn up. Well, why don't you type,
What's next?
Oh.
Okay, stop it.
Yeah, so this is a song that was developed by Elias Inkwell to try to defeat Bill.
Wait, oh no! I can't hear you. Put something
How about
else.
sorry? Because you should apologize for inflicting that on us.
Aww.
Yeah, this is a photo of McGucket and
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Stanford
this one.
in college together, and we get to see what McGucket actually looked like at Backups More. He had a big old mustache.
Can you zoom
Although
in?
I think this was actually in the
There's
book,
a-
wasn't it? This is just a...
Half of it's in the book.
It's just ripped out. It's torn up in the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, can you see what
On his Post-it
what's
notes?
written if you zoom in? Because there's a little zoomy thing at the.
I think there's various equations.
Yeah, I don't know what they say, or is it, or if it's just yeah.
Oh, you have okay. You also can click the image. I think we should read what's on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Hoo-wee! First week of higher learning. Never been this far from Pa's farm, but the goat chewing up a BMU dorm mattress made me right at home. And there's a goat on my bed. I was mighty nervous to be the first McGucket ever to go to college. On my first day, I got the hiccups. The school mascot, the BMU B-, shoved me in a locker, and I got my mustache caught in a pencil sharpener. If that weren't bad enough, I wrote an equation proving that the entire universe was, in fact, a giant hologram. I was laughed out of class, humiliated. I must have gotten my math wrong. Oh, how right you were. While I was drying my tears in my dorm arranging a tractor to pick me up, my roommate, a freshman from New Jersey, barged in like he owned the place and dropped off his bags. He confidently declared that my theory was plausible and that he would not sleep until we proved it was accurate. 9 hours and a single cup of coffee later, don't tell Grandma, we cracked it. Proof of the McGucket-Hines hologram conjecture. Not sure what the implications are for the universe, but I know that today I did something I once thought more impossible than solving relativity. I made a friend. Excited for more adventures. Fiddleford. P.S. Apparently this fella has 6 fingers. Might need new specs. I never noticed.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah.
Ford is so used to being treated as a freak because of the extra finger, and Fiddleford straight up did not notice.
That's so cute.
Aww. No, honestly, that reminds me. I was born with a slight birth defect on my finger. I have brachydactyl, which shortening of the bone.
Oh.
Yeah, so when compared to each other, one just kind of looks like a flat nail, like a wider nail bed compared to the other one. And when someone once asked me if I slammed my thumb in a car door, and I was so upset, and I was like, no, I was just born like that. Wait. And that just stuck with me because it was so mean. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who asked you?
You need a Fiddleford in your life.
Don't we all?
Can you type Robbie?
So if you type
All right.
Robbie, you get this text
so I understand
thread
force
or
ping.
DM thread.
Instantaneous
True.
message. This is styled after AOL Instant Messenger's standalone app that you wouldn't need to open all of AOL to use.
It's 2012. Why are they using this?
I think I still used AIM in 2012, but
this is like old. That's like, what is that? Windows.
that was Windows XP. That was
Windows 90.
XP. No, I had a version of this on Windows XP.
No, it's not. That bar does not look like Windows XP at all.
I guess the bar. Yeah, you're right. The browser bar, but there was a very outdated looking version that I successfully had on Windows XP at one point. Okay, let's do Chloe as Robbie, Shelby as Thompson.
Don't worry, TJ Miller is not particularly talented. You can just do...
And Robbie's like, hey, who's the goth here, you or me? Have you seen how pale I am? Anyway, I need you to give me a ride.
Okay, fine. You know what? We should have Sarah as Robbie. That was pretty good.
Okay. We still on for 9? Oh, wait. Let me try to... Hey, we still on for 9? I got the video camera and the spaghetti, and Nate gave me the night vision goggles. I'm gonna catch that evil triangle in a sack and get its 3 wishes.
I think you're mixing up demons, genies, and leprechauns?
Hey, who's the goth here, you or me? Have you seen how pale I am? Anyway, I need you to give me a ride.
Okay, just remember, if we see the demon, to treat it like a bear attack. Lay down and cry to assert dominance.
Thompson, were you born lame or did you become lame gradually over time?
Born. Sad face. Should I bring salt? Dark spirits are repelled by salt, right?
You just want to eat a giant bag of salt, don't you? And he was writing something.
No, well, so he started typing. If you keep insulting me, one of these days and then highlighted it to delete and just.
Yes.
Yes.
Sad face.
I really have to get like my throat scratchy to voice Robbie. I don't have a scratchy throat right now.
You're doing great.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
Oh my god! Oh
You're
my god!
crushing.
Did you see that? I'm gonna throw up.
Bill was real. He showed me how I'm gonna die. I get mistaken for luggage and placed out an airplane storage carousel.
I die in a Sorry, that was bad. I die in a skateboard accident.
Wait, that's pretty cool.
Choking on a tiny toy skateboard. Oh my god, gross. I just threw up in my hands.
Aren't you wearing gloves?
They're fingerless, idiot. We can't tell anyone about this. This goes to our graves. You'll delete this video, right?
And then Thompson starts writing.
Ho ho ho. Thompson will bide his time. Thompson will bide his time. Sure, Robbie.
And if you scroll down, you see the picture. And this was all kind of set up. This was kind of set up by Ford in the Book of Bill, where he says that teens think it's edgy to go and hang out and worship the demon.
Robbie's such a freaking asshole.
Absolutely incredible.
Okay.
What's next? I think now we just go to
Tourist Trap.
Yeah.
I know how to spell.
Discover the Caves of Mystery, Gravity Falls, Oregon. Ancient legends. Wow! We found bones too! Is your wallet weighing you down as you travel the interstate? Does your heart yearn for adventure? Come on down to the only certified purveyor of mystery in Oregon. We have it all. There are symbols on the walls. Weird bats. The Rock is screaming. Free parking. Oh, the Rock's there.
The Rock's there.
It's just a rock, though. Doesn't look like a face.
Boasting modern attractions and a top-of-the-line gift shop, the Caves of Mystery will leave no traveler disappointed. Don't forget to bring your kids, too. Adventure knows no age. Find us, just a description of where it is in Gravity Falls, and...
It's only a 15-minute drive from the dusk to dawn convenience store.
Yeah. Chloe, can you read the bottom text? Because I can't see it.
Yes. Caves of Mystery disclaims liability for any incidental or coincidental damages suffered by persons entering the attraction. By entering the premises, guests accept all risks associated with the activity, including but not limited to personal injury, mysterious disappearances, wall phasing, loss of sanity, death, urgent need to leave everything behind and become one with the stone, loss of property, etc.
So this is a tourist pamphlet for the Caves of Mystery that, as we can see from the picture, is the cave that Ford found the original Bill incantation in, as well as the prophecy of the Zodiac.
That's crazy. Yeah! People are gonna get so cursed.
I wonder who those people are in the picture.
Wonder if it's just like stock photo and they photoshopped it in, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably.
That could be.
Maybe. We don't have artist credits on this.
In the overall homepage on the desk, when the lightning strikes, you can see writing on the wall, that says Vallis Cineris, which is Latin for Valley of Ashes.
Wallace Cineris.
Oh, I mispronounced a dead language.
Wallace?
Now, what happens when you type that in, I wonder?
Vallis Cineris.
Part-time.
Part-time? Why'd you use that tag? You know, the worst one?
Here, go back to the toll booth now. So we get a video of little baby Bill with 2 triangle shapes all filled in with static, one wearing a top hat.
Does he have a propeller cap?
He sure does.
Oh my god.
And every once in a while you hear, why did you do it?
If I am correct, his parents' names are Scalene and Euclid.
That's correct. But they are static there.
They are static there. Does that get us anything?
Scalene and Euclid?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think if you type Scalene or Euclid, you get life form not found.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh my god, that's dark. That's
Hey,
dark.
Shelby, take
I
the
like
soap
that.
again.
Take the what again?
The soap.
R.I.P.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah, you swear.
It's already in my mouth.
Yeah.
Blech.
Our dirty mouths.
Can you type Weird Mageddon in honor of Sarah's username?
The
There's
Gravity
a picture of
Falls
Sarah.
gossiper. Nothing happened yesterday. This just in. Nothing. A day that won't live in infamy. News. It's always happening. Except for yesterday, when it didn't. I wish there was more to say about it, but yesterday there were no incidents, situations, or happenstances of any kind. Said several eyewitnesses. And I agree. You heard it here first, folks. Nothing. What apocalypse?
I love your Toby Determined voice.
You know, Toby's doing a really good job reporting on this podcast episode. If anybody asks about this podcast episode, just tell them never mind all that.
What apocalypse? Mayor Tyler Cutebaker was on hand in Town Square this morning to field questions from townsfolk for no reason in particular.
Ella, be Tyler.
All right.
Please.
Look, folks, as best as I can remember, the last week or so was completely unmemorable. Any discussion in the last 24 hours should be just like my jeans, cut uncomfortably short. Now let's give it up for Sheriff Blubbs and Deputy Derland, who are going to glare at you silently for the next 30 minutes while tapping their billy clubs threateningly.
That's pretty much all this reporter has to say on the subject, if there being no subject. I mean, I don't want to get tased. Do you? Trust me, I've been tased on 43 separate occasions. Continuing on page 9.
Don't tase me, bro.
Local man Seuss Ramirez got his head stuck completely within a round clay honey pot at 7:30 a.m.
He fulfilled his dream.
The fire department took 2 hours to separate Mr. Ramirez from the pot at great effort.
It's ceramic. What?
Pressed for comment, Seuss looked at this reporter directly in the eye and said,
I would do it again.
"We will continue to update as the situation unfolds."
Greasy's Diner, 30% off.
Come for the food, stay for the food poisoning.
Yeah, there you go.
I love the people in this town.
Oh.
Is Toby Determined's voice just a deeper Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah,
true.
they're the same voice.
That's the Gravity Falls accent.
Will we ever make a profit? To be determined.
Oh my god! His name was a pun on "to be determined."
Yeah.
You really never
Oh, you just got that.
Did you just figure that out?
I never got that. I just.
This is a podcast. This is a non-podcast exclusive here, folks.
Wait, really?
Yes, I've been in Gravity Falls since 2014, I think.
That's amazing.
Oh.
You are one of the biggest Gravity Falls fans I know. We are.
We're witnessing history
We really
here,
are.
folks. History in the making.
So in
All
the
right,
letter
yeah.
that McGucket and Dictation Bot left for us to read, he says "Good night, Sally" at the end in all caps, which kind of suggests maybe we should
Yeah,
type that in.
basically the way to navigate this site is to look for anything in all caps. So this is a reference to
looks so familiar.
Robert Crumb had a comic strip called Keep on Truckin' that got like illegally bootlegged for t-shirts and became like a symbol of the hippie community, much to his dismay. He's like, I guess big feet equals progressive. I don't really understand what's happening here with my art.
So we have here a graphic tee with Bill walking, like that one picture of John Lennon.
Well, I mean, John Lennon
it's like
is
the one-
likely imitating the Keep on Trucking.
That is
Okay,
so
gotcha.
funny.
And he's burning a church.
Can we talk about that? Because Disney would never let
Yeah.
that happen and or show that. I love how
there's
free
no
this
way.
website is.
Well, we talked with when he said the original pitch on our last episode. He said the original pitch for the book of Bill was, I want to make a book where Bill tells children to burn down churches, and Disney said, no, what?
And then later came back and said, actually, that sounds pretty rad. Let's do it.
We want content.
So about the burning churches. So this is one of the codes that really pissed me off personally. Zoom in on the shoe on the right side of this
I forgot
image.
about this. That is Morse code, yeah.
Can you zoom in down on the right shoe there?
Oh no, does it have code?
Yeah, that's Morse code.
That is Morse code in the
Oh my
rivets
God.
on the side of the shoe there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it translates to the word paranoid backwards, Diana rap.
Oh my God.
We're gonna hear Diana
We
rap.
know Deanna rap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are we?
She's
are we-
cool.
She's very good at what she does.
She's Renee's sister.
Yeah. That's 2 P's.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pair. I did that right.
There's no N.
I did that.
Diana rap.
Okay. No, I did not do that right.
Oh my God, there
Pepe
it is.
Sylvia.
Life Writer Bill. Life Writer Bill.
Pepe Sylvia-esque conspiracy board. We have things here like the Bermuda Triangle,
There he
Rasputin, the Kennedy
is.
assassination, Hollow Earth
Oh my
theory,
God.
sinking of the Titanic, crop circles, and of course a drawing of the imposter, the common human build design, which is amazing.
They should have put an Among Us there.
Oh, and the what are those called again? I forgot the name last time, and I forgot it again. On the top left of this page.
Top left.
I trusted a triangle.
Those are candy comics. I don't know. What are they?
I don't know.
Chick tracks. Chick tracks.
Chick tracks. Bermuda? I hardly know her.
Wait. Go back. Go to the one on the right. Go to the one on the right. Like a little
Not
bit
the
down.
most symmetric triangle. 6 out of 10. On the right?
Yeah, just look at whoops. Ship happens.
Yeah,
With a little bit of shrug. It's so cute.
Knock, knock. See? Holla.
Oh, the Dorito.
Oh, I want
The
Doritos
nacho.
so bad now.
Being labeled a crude attempt
at mockery.
I want one so bad right
Your
now.
Xmas gift to the entire family. Real gold at last. Bill's supreme quality gold.
There are little letter segments
Yes,
hidden throughout
there
this image,
are.
including OD. E.
Remember
Okay.
to place entire head in microwave instead. Sorry. Go on.
There are segments of letters hidden throughout the image, which can all be combined to find the password. It's the word connect the dots backwards. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Just type connect the dots backwards.
Stodetsanok.
Yeah. Which, you know what? Now that I think about it, that might
Yeah, it's these little like.
link. That might be
Yeah.
those letters that we saw. The C and the L might be
Oh.
from this.
Got it.
I mean, not that there's an L, but, you know, it might be...
Not from this, but that's why I'm like, there might be something else that those are from.
It might be an unused idea that they had that they wanted to put in that image.
Yeah.
Assified.
All right. So let's see.
The one that really gets me is the double N right here is super hard.
What you could do to type words backwards is press a letter and then press the left on the keyboard and then
Oh, wow.
keep
Yeah,
that's
doing
what I
that.
do.
So you could just type connect the dots like that.
Wow, that has so many features.
Oh no, you're doing it. Do you want me to spell it for you?
Hold on.
You're hardcore.
Yep. You're right.
Try it.
Is that it?
Oh my God.
Okay, so this is an excerpt from a book called Lesser Known American Cults. Chloe, do you want to read it?
Have you ever heard of Orchard Lake, Kansas? Chances are you haven't. It was erased from every map, book, and historical record, and the US government's official position on it is stop calling us or we'll send a drone to your house. I learned this the hard way. But if you drive to the exact latitude and longitude of you'll see bullet casings, faded billboards, and bow ties strewn across the desert sands. That's because Orchard Lake had another name before it was wiped off the record. Billville. Chapter 3. Billville. The first cult in history that was right. Fig A. a timbleweed.
Tumbleweed. It's just a tumbleweed with a bunch of bow ties.
A timbleweed. As a historian of esoteric religions, I thought I discovered the strangest sex America had to offer. See Chapter 3, Kevin's Gate. But that all changed. Sorry.
I hope it's Kevin James's gate.
Yeah, it must be, because till death do they blart.
Kevin can gate.
But that all changed when I found the following items tucked away in an old trunk in an estate sale on the outskirts of Bootstrap, Missouri.
Bootstrap, Donsk, what's that song? Here, you want me to read this one?
Sure.
Ah. March 24th, 1957. Mother, I have the most wonderful news. Remember when you said I should stop being such a follower and finally think for myself? Well, it turns out you were right. I've decided to stop following Elvis's tour bus from state to state, and instead, I've made the exciting life decision to sell all my possessions to buy a one-way ticket to Kansas and mass marry 138 of my new best friends. We've discovered the eternal secrets of the universe, and golly, it feels keen. For the first time in my life, I am happy. Remember, reality is an illusion, the universe is a hologram, buy gold, and buy forever. Your daughter, Shelley Martha Jones, I mean, Starshine's Cipher wife. P.S. You've just gotta check out this neato pamphlet. And then
And I believe that's a pamphlet that
the
Emmy...
Cyphertology pamphlet, yeah.
Yeah, the Cyphertology pamphlet that Emmy designed.
Yeah. Fig B, letter and pamphlet advertising Cyphertology, was found along with pins, buttons, ephemera. Smells like formaldehyde. After reading this pamphlet, I became obsessed. Who were the Cyphertologists? It seems in 1952, a failed traveling snake oil salesman, Silas Birchtree, was hiding from creditors. When he choked on a coin, he was flipping and died. Then, remarkably, the next day, he was seen alive. His posture, his smile, the pallor of his skin had all changed. It was as if another man entirely was wearing Silas like a suit. Whatever caused this transformation, the new Silas hit Orchard Lake, Kansas like a comet.
Silas Birchtree, local god.
He's undefeatable.
Yeah. Transcript. First audio recording found of Silas Birchtree giving a speech in the town square of Orchard Lake, Kansas.
So should I be folksy, Bill?
I would say be like an old-timey radio announcer, Bill.
But it's also Bill, so, okay.
Music Man.
Yeah, Harold Hill.
Yeah.
Okay. Say, folks, gather round. Thank you, ma'am. Spit out that gum, Junior. My name's Silas Birchtree, and I was just passing through when I noticed a very pressing problem. This town has only 3 wells. Well, that won't hold water. But seriously, plasma bags, if you're dim enough to laugh at that tripe, then you're going to love what I'm going to shove down your throats. The secrets of the universe. I may look like a meat automaton, but I was recently granted otherworldly insight into the nature of reality by an all-seeing eye named Bill Cipher. You have primal needs for chaos that are being repressed. Destroying is a form of creating. Assert your will in defiance of entropy. Punch through the throats of your oppressors and baptize yourself in their blood. Doesn't that sound swell? Yes, I said swell. That rhymes with L, and that stands for Let Me Marry All Your Wives!
I didn't even realize that there was that director reference. I just thought that suited the character.
How was that at being both Harold Hill and Bill Cipher at the same time?
It was perfect. It was exactly right.
Silas Birchtree, 1952. It didn't seem to matter what Silas said. Folks were mesmerized by his rambling stream of consciousness diatribes. It wasn't long before he became local news.
The Orchard Lake Cornhusk. Can you zoom into that first paragraph? Cult comes to town. Fans of cults pleased. Cult skeptics skeptical. 2 things are on the rise this week in Orchard Lake. The sweet cornbread coolin' and Mrs. Butternubbins wins a sill, and the terrifying cult that threatens to tear our town asunder. And asunder is one of the worst things you could be torn. Springing forth seemingly overnight, these bow-tie-wearing brainwashies call themselves the Cyphertologists, and they answer to one man, the charismatic and extremely jaundiced Silas Birchtree. Town sentiment is divided as to whether this new religion can be trusted, but all agree this seems to be the most significant event in our town since Bat fell in the deep fryer at the Waffle House. We spoke to townsfolk to gauge the local sentiment.
Oh my gosh, there's Emmy!
Which one?
The bottom one is Emmy. Bottom, yeah.
Alright, you want to be Emmy?
Yay!
Well, I don't see what the big fuss is. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and Silas is no different. Why, I remember when everyone was worried that who hula hoops were going to turn our children into communists, but we only had to report 3 children.
Darla Loudenum, housewife.
He's fine, I guess. It's not like I replaced the picture of James Dean in my locket with him or anything. What? No, you can't look inside the locket. This is a personal locket.
Madeline Dixon, teenager.
I suppose he's got a funny way of talking short enough, but he promised me I'd live on forever in my own moon, which beats my current job at the paint store. He also said he'd teach me to explode people with my mind. My mother-in-law better watch out.
Gus Gunderson, painter.
I'm telling you, he's a human horse, puppeteered by a space triangle, and he's come to build an interdimensional portal in the realm beyond the mortal understanding. Gather up your swords and arrows. Let's slay the beast in man's form before he slays us.
Emmeline Buttered Oven Spoil Sport, which is, yes, a picture of Emmy Cicerica.
That was a perfect Tress McNeil.
Amazing
That was
old
so
lady
good.
voice.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
All
read
right,
the ad here.
Can I be
Yes.
Hip Daddy Renzati?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you read the ad. Yeah.
Can you dig it? Hey, Daddy-O, are you hopping mad about the piles of owls that are blocking your Chevy's path to the drive-in? Dig this jive. A keen new shovel that all the hep cats are using to flip those birdies right out of the sock hop. Man, you know what it's called. Hip Daddy Renzati's Super Keen Hoot Scoop. Hi, I'm Hip Daddy Renzati. 50 years ago, my great-grandfather suffocated to death in a pile of owls. Like, wow. Avenge his death. The eternal war of man versus owl rages on.
I like that this is the
5 cents
second
off.
ad through time that we've seen, because we saw one also in the old pages with the Anti-Cipher Society, I believe, right?
Wait, what's on the bottom?
Teen accused of rocking around the clock. Faces trial. Joseph McCarthy arrests suspicious Pez dispenser. Page 5.
Not
Schmez.
That's why they don't make them anymore in Gravity Falls
great.
universe.
Yeah,
Because they were communists.
exactly.
Okay, you want to just skip through to the end here?
Mm-hmm. I'll at least finish
Yeah,
the
let's
book
just start
first.
from here.
Within a month, the Ciphertologists had taken City Hall, renamed Orchard Lake Billville, and began stockpiling weapons, human teeth, and multicolored ball pit balls from burger restaurants. Townsfolk began shaving their heads and inhaling helium to match the pitch of their leader's shrill, charismatic voice, and would participate in dream-ins, inviting Silas's muse, Bill Cipher, to possess up to 30 of them at once, at which point they would often laugh in unison for hours. Construction began of the very normal giant metal portal in the desert. Travel was banned coming in and out, even for medical emergencies, since, as Silas explained, pain is hilarious. They began to expand, knocking on doors to spread the bad news. Fig C. It was pretty easy to spot a Ciphertologist. Can you see what makes them stand out? That's right, their enthusiastic smiles. Fig D. The golden bastard apple, grown only by Ciphertologists, reportedly screamed when you ate it.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is so good.
Ciphertologist's Guide to Delightsomeness, 1952.
Delightsomeness.
I think that's Louis Zong's image.
Oh yeah! Above, the Ciphertology Brain Seismograph, or BS meter, dials for gullibility, financial liquidity, celebrity influence, herbs, and spices. The cult surged in popularity and influence. Silas's motto, "Embrace today as if your town is going to be hit by a tornado in exactly 3.5 years," was infectious, and he immediately ended all crime by declaring that everything is legal now. Soon, the only unconverted local was unmarried town nag Emmeline Butternummons. She was convinced there was something not right about the mysterious megalomaniacal cult leader. Her protests escalated to her distributing these homemade warning pamphlets to very annoyed children.
Most people rejected Emmeline's messages. They hated her because she told the truth.
Emmeline, to her cat Bon Bon.
So Emmeline was the one who distributed these Chick Tract X comics.
Oh my god, it keeps going.
Oh yeah, this is so long.
I think this is the last one.
But there is one bit of important information in here.
Wait, were those ants?
Mm-hmm. Can an ant
do this?
No, they're flies.
Oh wait, no, that's not ants. No, they're flies.
He did compare himself to an
Pocket
ant
flies.
in the Book of Bill, I think, at one point.
That's
true.
also Emmy up in the corner.
Mhm.
There's Emmy.
Yep.
Incredible.
I love that Emmy's character's name is Emmeline.
Honestly, you can just skip to this last page. Honestly,
Yeah.
it still tracks.
Finally, Emmeline Butternubbins, enraged that no one liked her pamphlets, hurled a torch into the Ciphertologist's HQ, igniting the helium tanks, blasting out the windows, and destroying Silas's machine. Troopers opened fire at Silas's followers, held hands, and began singing, "We'll meet again," in defiance. Silas, riddled with bullet holes, grabbed a megaphone, leapt atop the inferno, grinning wildly as he was engulfed in flame.
You can't kill a man who's already dead! If you take me down, I'll be back more powerful and more annoying than you can possibly imagine! Remember, reality—
At this point, Silas Birchtree's head fell off. Flies swarmed from his mouth and he collapsed into a gray husk. A coroner declared Silas Birchtree. There's no R. Silas Birchtree.
Oh, yeah, that's a typo in there. Yep.
A coroner declared Silas Birchtree dead for a second time. Black helicopters evacuated the site, and the city was erased from all official records. Mrs. Butternubbins was awarded the Medal of Honor, which she used as an ashtray.
So whoever was writing this got very tired by the end.
Yeah. So in the picture, that's a picture of Emmy. She did old age makeup, but then she just photoshopped her grandma's hair on her, and that is a t-shirt that it set on fire on a stick.
Yeah.
That's her in old age makeup with her grandma's hair photoshopped.
That's amazing.
And then by the picture of the Cyphertology HQ in flames, there is a paper-clipped business card of the of Powers and Triggers agency there.
That Rob Renzetti designed.
Mm-hmm.
And the Waffle House was their HQ.
That makes sense. Honestly,
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah, it tracks.
The waffles pull back to his brick pattern.
Type Pacifica.
Okay. Ew, you want an autograph? Like, what am I even supposed to write to a stranger? Sorry you're not me?
Pacifica, this is to warn whoever finds this book not to make a deal with Bill, remember? The pointy jerk who made you dress in a potato sack?
Ugh, fine. Listen, anonymous dork. Everyone knows that Triangle Goblin or whatever is a massive psycho who gives me the ick. His dumb little catchphrases are honestly embarrassing.
They are.
And how much do you want to bet he practices those intros in the mirror?
He does.
Try hard much? If you're looking for someone to worship so bad, I'm like, right here? Follow me on Platinum Paths for makeup and quail hunting tutorials, if you're cool enough. I know my parents had a bunch of tapestries and junk with that triangle on them, but me and a friend threw all of those off my yacht into the lake. Which friend? Doesn't matter. Why are you so obsessed with me? Stay jealous. Pacifica Northwest.
Nice.
So Platinum Paths is in all caps, and if we type that in...
Which, of course, yeah.
That's my bitch voice.
Gonna get a musical story
really
here. Identified by the llama symbol.
Pacifica stormed into her palatial bedroom and slammed the door so hard her chandeliers shook. There were at least 3 chandeliers in Pacifica's room, including a teensy chandelier over her nightlight. She buried her head in a velvet pillow and screamed for an inhumanly long time, then flopped over and stewed at the painted cherubs on her ceiling. It wasn't fair! After everything she did for her parents, get up at 5 for fencing lessons, beauty pageants, fox hunting, butler hunting, cleaning up the black feathers after her dad's weird grown-up masquerade parties.
Oof. Oh my god.
Well,
is that like an eyes wide shut kind of thing?
Oh yeah, that is a reference to an orgy.
Fully.
This is how they repay her? Her! Pacifica Elise Northwest? It had been a rough summer for Pacifica. First, she came alarmingly close to losing a party crown.
Party crown was a made-up prize.
Then her golf skills were called into question, and now her parents grounded her for literally saving the entire family from a Category 10 ghost and shut off the spigot on her caviar tap for the rest of the year. What was she supposed to eat now? Dog food? She angrily opened her mini fridge and pulled out an Upper Crustables brand snack pack and angrily spread the caviar on the tiny baguette.
Just like Dipper.
Ugh, why does it come with this dumb little stick? The caviar always gets stuck in the corners!
She looked at a napkin where Dipper had written the shack's phone number in case killing the ghost might have created a double ghost. Ha! as if she would put his number in her phone. Hey, Lost Legends post-shadowing.
Oh, yeah.
Everything in her life used to make so much more sense before those Pines twins came along and screwed everything up. That stupid Mabel and her baffling, undeserved confidence. The know-it-all sweat-stained Dipper, whose giant head was always butting against hers. Something about Dipper's words had knocked over a domino in her mind that started a chain reaction that was causing her whole identity to come crashing down. He told her she had potential to change into a better person. How do you become a better person when you're already the best person?
Makes a good point.
It didn't make sense. Thinking about it exhausted her, and soon her eyelids began to droop. Soon she would... In Pacifica's dream, she was freshening up at a party, washing her hands, when she noticed something red swirling in the drain. In horror, she discovered her hands were covered in blood, and no matter how hard she scrubbed them, they wouldn't come clean. On the mirror, words slowly started to write themselves on their own, as if by an invisible hand. Blood on your hands.
No, it's not my fault!
An overpowering sense of guilt swelled inside as she fled to the ballroom for help, where she spotted her friends gossiping by a tapestry. She tried to flip them around, but when she grabbed their shoulders, they fell over flat. They were cardboard? She turned to her parents and they fell over flat too. The entire party was filled with flat 2D people. Everyone was fake. Blood began to fill the ballroom, pouring from the clock, from the paintings, from the ceiling. Why was this happening? She raced through her manor in a blind panic when she discovered she was no longer in the mansion, but outside in Gravity Falls. When she looked down, she realized she was now 100 feet tall, and every step she made was wrecking the town. She knocked over the mudflap factory, polluting the river. She knocked over the orphanage, sending coughing, soot-covered children out in the cold. She kept apologizing, but she was too big, too public. Every step hurting more and more people. She could see that the town's problems were her fault. She was a monster. She always had been. She always would be. Pacifica started sobbing, and suddenly she was a little girl again, hiding behind the vine-covered tombstones in the graveyard behind her manor after another one of her parents' fights. The graves of her ancestors loomed above her like gargoyles, Great Northwest in history. What would they say if they could see her like this? One of the statues slowly turned to face Pacifica. It was Nathaniel Northwest.
Get a hold of yourself. You're a Northwest. People can't know you leak shame water.
You're right.
Pacifica apologized and hastily took out her compact to clean her smeared makeup. She cursed as she saw how disheveled she was. The statue watched her like a cat hungrily watching a mouse.
You have a lot of anger, don't you?
Anyone who's not angry is an idiot. There's so much to be mad about.
Yes, anger is good. Anger is useful. Who are you angry at, Pacifica?
Everything was better before the Pines came to town.
You know, I might be able to help with that. There's something I want. The Mystery Shack is going to be getting some new merchandise very soon. A small snow globe, nothing anyone would miss. If you could shoplift it for me, I could guarantee things would change. You'd never deal with the Pines again.
Pacifica closed her compact. Would that fix everything?
It would be so easy. All you have to do to get your old life back is shake my hand.
The statue extended its stony hand. Thunder rumbled in the distance.
Ooh. Yes, one of Bill's attempts.
Who did this? Do you know who did this art, Shep?
It might be Emmy, because I have a note that says Pacifica. So I think it might be Emmy.
It does look like Emmy.
Yeah.
The style looks like Emmy.
Yeah, it does. My old life wasn't really mine, was it? All he ever did was follow my mom and dad. Maybe it would be better to make a new one.
The statue bellowed with rage.
Make! Ha! You inherit! Your family legacy is all you're worth! You make nothing! You can't even make friends!
This had been true in the past. His hand extended toward her, looming, trembling. She remembered a time when a hand extended toward her, offering a free snack in the backseat of a car.
Make the deal, you little fake blonde impending paternity test.
Pacifica's face relaxed. She knew it was cliche, but she knew she had to do it. She slowly extended her hand. Just as the giant lichen-covered hand was about to close around hers like a cage of stone fingers, she swung her arm up and back behind her head.
Psych.
What?
Too slow.
You worm! You worthless waste of stolen income! You'll never amount to anything! I see a future where you're penniless, working at the diner! You'll have nothing! You...
The statue shook with rage, sending cracks from its hand all the way up to its shrieking head. It crumbled apart in front of her, screaming in pain. Gong! Pacifica awoke with a start, panting. The clock in the hallway had struck 3 a.m. She was covered in sweat. What had she been dreaming about? She couldn't remember. She didn't want to remember. She wasn't quite sure why, but she removed a tapestry that she'd always had on her wall. Something her family had no doubt looted ages ago, of a glowing triangle over the mountains. She rolled it up and put it in the closet and locked the padlock. Maybe she should hold on to Dipper's number just in case? She entered it into her phone and felt an odd sense of calm wash over her. It was quiet once again in Northwest Manor. Pacifica slept better than she had in years.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, a code. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so decoded in the Caesar cipher, it's, yeah.
Stay away from her, Cipher. She has the protection of the lumberfolk spirits.
Aw, good old Archibald Corduroy coming through. Yeah, no, this is probably, I mean, Charlie, I don't know if it's also your favorite, but I know you specifically wanted to read it.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that one a lot.
It shows to me that Gravity Falls
It should have been in the Book of Bill. A lot of this stuff is like cut content or stuff he
but
made
it shows,
that didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think, honestly, it tells me, if anything, that, like, a pure, you know, I mean, we've had them before, I guess, with the Time Pirate's Treasure, but, like, just pure prose would totally work for a Gravity Falls book. Like, if they wanted to just do a little novella, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
It would be perfect.
I would love a novella, Gravity Falls novella.
Other than that 2/2 typo.
And Elisa instead of Elise that they wrote.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. You just auto-corrected it in your brain because you knew.
But it was her dream,
That's true.
so.
Now let's get to the main occasion.
The main dish.
Let's type in.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm joking.
Would you like to play a game?
I was just about to say.
I would say we should probably type yes. Yeah.
Yes? We all agree?
Yeah, let's play a game.
Yes, let's get some riddles going. What's McGucket's favorite soda? Now, this answer is found in the page where in the actual Book of Bill, where Bill goes into McGucket's
It's the Mountain
mind.
Dew, but it's...
And, you know, there's that tornado of his
Mountain
dream.
Don't.
And it is Mountain Don't, yeah.
I had 2/3 liters of Mountain Day.
No, root beer! Root beer, no!
What's a medieval homonym?
Mid-evil?
Oh, that would be liar and liar are two, like, liar as in,
one who lies and one
L-Y.
that... Yeah.
Which,
Like
that's a joke that's in the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the illuminated manuscript.
Well, it's in the text.
Okay,
like
and
the art.
Yeah. 20th ingredient of anti-cipherizing tonic is Harold's Ramblings in the Anti-Cipher Society pages. And this is also fantastic. I mean, it's a little scavenger hunt through everything from the book and the website.
Made?
How is clown repellent made? That would be Union made. I believe this is also from the ads in the
It is.
in the old-timey pages. Bill's government file number is 291212391651.
Did you have that memorized?
Yeah, wait, Chloe was typing before Ella said it.
No, I have my deciphering journal next to me. I have all the codes written in it from when I originally deciphered them.
You were so ready.
And then wait, what did that one say?
Enter it again.
Who comes from Zimtrex 5?
Oh, who comes from Zimtrex 5? That would be Grebly Hemberdrek.
Oh yeah,
He's
the one whose soul is trapped in Bill, and is at the bottom of that one page.
Who begs you to save him from the inside of Bill's cipher.
Quentin Grembley.
Oh gosh.
Yep. What's on Bill's flag?
Which is a reference to what?
That would be a rat.
A rat.
I think that's the colonial
right.
Colonial America page.
Thurbert's number. So that would be once he's admitted.
Yeah.
What leaves a thin line in the snow? My peanuts.
Oh, that's
when I'm
good.
dragging it across.
Yeah, Tinsel Snake. That's right. That's
close,
from the
but
Lost
it's
Journal
actually,
3 pages.
Yeah, it's actually a tinsel snake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sixth option on Bill's editing
The
software
parody of Photoshop that Alex made after teaching himself InDesign.
is torture mentally.
Yeah.
Name an unpronounceable wizard. Why, that would be...
Yeah, you want to pronounce that one?
No vowels.
That is XGQRTHX. So I guess
triangles
it's a George
come
Lucas
from.
fan.
So that's the full address on the little, what is it called?
Oh, the Little
No,
Darlings?
Little Darlings
Not
is-
the Little Darling, right? No.
I bet 350 is an angel number.
Precious Moments parody.
Oh
yeah.
dear.
So the full address on the little card they give you at the end.
333 South Unnapple Lane.
Chloe's typing it.
Oh.
I got you. Don't worry. 333 Sundapple Lane, Cozy Creek, Illinois, 60714-94611. Nope. What did I type wrong? Sundrapple.
Well, so this one's interesting because on
there's
the
a Mr.
pages...
Yeah, there's
on
a
the pages
misdirect.
on the Henchmaniacs, it talks about Dan Krabbelman thinking he's Bill Cipher's lawyer, but he actually isn't. Does anything happen if you type Dan Krabbelman? Nothing. Okay, so yeah, but that was an intentional...
I guess that makes
Red
it clearer
herring,
that
yeah.
it's a red herring. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it shows up red.
So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So multi-level Mark is Bill's lawyer. Let me
Multi-level Mark.
see.
Why is that not in my journal? Where did they write that?
Oh, it's on the actual website.
My name is Multi-Level Mark.
Yeah.
Well, who defeated Silas?
And then it's Who Defeated Silas Birch Tree, and then...
Oh, so who defeated
Which
Silas
is mentioned
Birchtree?
on...
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Ciphertology book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which I see what you're saying. You unlocked that by...
That
it
got
was
everyone
the-
stuck for 4 days, because as we pointed
Paranoid
out,
backwards.
to access that document,
That's crazy.
you needed to read the Morse code. What? No, which one was that?
So this
It
is
was
a big one.
Paranoid. It was Paranoid backwards first, which then...
That's not that long for Gravity Falls fans, honestly.
Well, and the idea was that the Book of Bill mentions that he was shot down, so I think that I was trying a lot of
which,
it was the National
that was-
Guard technically that killed him,
Yeah,
but
so that took...
it was
Okay,
it was Butternubbins that truly defeated him.
That took people 4 days to find. Honest Silas Birchtree is mentioned in the Ciphertology pamphlet
Yes.
in the
And if you put
extended
that in,
edition,
yeah.
but nothing about being defeated.
Oh my god, dispense my treat.
And it says, you've earned a treat. Enter dispense my treat to download. I want my treat.
Give me my treat.
Mm-hmm. And then that gives you a zip file containing multiple
Oh my
raw
God.
and work-in-progress images from the making of the Book of Bill, using the backgrounds of multiple pages with comedic names of their contents.
Yeah, all the cipher
Not all of the
fonts.
fonts used. All of the
That's
fonts
so
for all of the
cool.
cryptograms.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can I have this zip file? Because I don't feel like going through it. Well, now I can just go to the site and type in butter.
Just type dispense my treat.
Oh,
Yeah.
or just dispense my treat. That's right. Yeah.
And it's also, it harkens, I mean, this does harken back to what Alex said in the Cipher Hunt episode, which is that he wants to make the rewards, actual tangible rewards.
Yeah.
And these very much are these behind-the-scenes peaks and these cipher fonts,
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool that Sarah's learning about all this for the first time. Sarah's been busy.
You should also try
Type in Cryptogram Codex if you're gonna go download a bunch of stuff too.
Or do you want me to download it?
It's
cool.
It's fonts.
Exasperated sigh.
I only sigh because I was in the process of creating all of the fonts. Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's the font. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. I did the same thing I did with the Stanford font and took photos of the book as it was coming out or anything else I had online. This is before the website. And hand drew vectors over all of the new symbols.
That's great.
To create a decoder, which I was then going to use to create fonts, and I just hadn't gotten around to the font part yet when the website finally was released, and everyone was like, "Oh, you can just download them," and I was like, "Oh."
So since you bring up codes and ciphers and all that stuff, normally we would around this time in an actual existing podcast episode we would go into the Hall of Conspiracies, but I guess. I guess since this isn't an actual podcast episode, we will not go into the hall with no conspiracies in it at all. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, right this way to the Hall of Conspiracies.
Just walked by it, they didn't notice it.
Well,
Well, actually, we have a secret extra conspiratorial hall that we've been hiding this whole time, just right off the Hall of Conspiracies. Yeah.
Thanks for following that rule out, by the way. Yeah.
I definitely followed that rule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had the sign that says "Don't look over here," so I think that did a lot.
Well, you don't know how many times I've snuck in here before. I'm still a ghost. I'm still 14 in the canon.
That's true, yeah.
Because you died at 14 from a bear. Well, this is the only episode you're on, officially. Or on ooh.
Because time is dead and meaning has no meaning and all that. So why don't we go into this extra secret Hall of Conspiracies?
This extra conspiratorial Hall of Conspiracies.
You could drive yourself insane by poring over this website. Try it at home.
And there are many more things that you could type in on that site. Please check it out on your own time. If you're watching this, you already have internet access. But we have so many fan theories to discuss.
Well, I narrowed it down to a big one and a small one.
Okay.
The big one starts, this is from Reddit by the user Odyssey Gray, and it is titled Music, Portals, and Stars, a Website Theory. They start with, "Hi, I've come to present my theory that our attention might need to be drawn toward music, specifically the theme song. I've been quietly working on this myself, but I hit a wall, so I thought I would present what I have. I've looked through the theories, and I haven't seen this discussed. I think Euclidia and other dimensions might be in reference to music, specifically sheet music notes. From this info, and from other info we actually get in Owl House and Amphibia, we will be building a portal. Oh god, where to start? Spoilers ahead for Owl House and Amphibia as well.
The lo-fi. After finding the wallpapers and seemingly hitting a wall, they released the lo-fi. In lo-fi, we get Remember Euclidia and Free Me. Remember Euclidia was in the Weirdmageddon theme via Morse code. Free Me was in Gideon's theme via spectrogram.
Check out the soundtrack episode of this podcast for info on that, true believers.
In the lo-fi, we also see a picture of Seuss. He is drawn similarly to how he is drawn on his note via the Seuss code on This Is Not a Website. Oh.
We did not do that.
There's so many we didn't do. It's fine.
Yeah. Mabel is meeting Kraz. We meet him the first time in Dreamscaperers. The lo-fi also starts with the theme, which feels like duh, but it's raining to start the lo-fi as well, just like in the This Is Not a Website page. And the notes of music themselves are precise and careful, maybe like on a piano. This is also important.
Next. The Seuss code. You get this big long message, but then he references pudding for Ford, pointing to it with an arrow.
Yeah, there's like a little pudding stain on the page.
Input Ford and you get his file, which also has an arrow, by the way, but overlay the 2 pages on top of each other. Widths are the same size. And there's a few places that overlap the words with pudding. But the one that stuck out to me, on the piano.
Now back it up. Let's talk about Euclidia. It's 2D. Bill was born there. We get a picture of him with code la la. How many la's is that?
That's 5.
La 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 la.
Now that specifically, that was added after the website was released because Baby Bill became a huge meme on TikTok with an audio that went la 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 la.
They have an anthem rhyming like a song via the code Forget the Past, which I think might be talking about literal sheet music.
2 dimensions to and fro. You always know which way to go. If you feel lost, don't be afraid. In Euclidia, you've got it made. Run too far right off frame, you'll appear on left again. Jump too high, don't cry or fret. You'll pop up from the ground, I bet. In this space, there is no fear. Loved ones will be ever near. Roles and rules are always clear. Euclidia, we hold you dear.
2 dimension 2 and always knowing which way to go. In sheet music, you get the treble and bass clef, basically 2 different directions, one for each hand with the notes being exactly what you should do, the rules of music. Run too far and you end up on the left. I mean, that's how to read sheet music. You keep going right to left and downward. Jump too high, don't cry or fret. Fret is a thing for a guitar, by the way. You'll pop up from the ground, I bet. This might be a stretch, but going higher in a note means that you can go off the lines of sheet music. That's true. And also, music is on a 2D...
On a 2D plane, yeah.
Sheet music, yeah. Yeah. Rules are always clear. Again, the notes and annotations are exact directions. Bill didn't like this place. What he did like was silly straws. Of course, he didn't like the flat, straight lines of music. The Book of Bill page with the silly straws also has code, in rhyme like a song, which is long, but mostly important, says, quote, the ghosts of his family are haunting him still. Yep, with music everywhere, I bet that's true. Honestly, there's a lot of sing-song type poetry or words going on whenever something has to do with Euclidia and Bill's past. So here's some codes. Vallis Cineris, parents singing. Just Fit It, color code rockabye Bill song / poem. Scalene is one of Bill's parents. Scale, like the music scales. Yeah, see that? Euclid is the other parent. Euclidean is a type of rhythm. We'll break this down in a sec. Also, Euclidia, if you notice, this is my own... I'm jumping in with my own information here.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Euclidia, the last, the way it's spelled, it's different. It's a different spelling from Euclidean, but Lydian is a mode
And
of music.
Mixolydian, yes.
The Lydian mode.
With the Y. Yeah.
Euclid is the other parent. Euclidean is a type of rhythm. We'll break it down in a sec. We also know his parents are red and blue, both of which are actually types of notes in sheet music. I didn't know that. Look up either red or blue note sheet music. Euclidean rhythm are rhythms using 3 parameters, steps, pulses, and offsets. This is a recent discovery, so you might want to look more into this yourself. I don't have a solid way to use this yet.
Other things of note or music refs before we move on. Code, MatPat. Is it the gnomes? The gnomes is an anagram for theme song. Bill of Rights image. A theme song for the Bill of Rights from Schoolhouse Rock. Bodacious T equals Music Man. Code, Weird Al, musician trapped. Code Meow, GF theme on the piano. If you type in Gideon, Gideon humming, Disco Girl, Dipper singing, Hectoring, a song about Bill, Black Sheep, Shepherd's Tone Sound, Bill's favorite song. Yep, maybe it's the one that keeps going up, maybe like out of the constraints of the sheet music.
Much like Bill himself.
Code Kraz, theme song for Gem and the Holograms. Fixin' It 1, Seuss series, in which the first thing he fixes is the theme song. In the theme song are keyboards. I'll also note a cuckoo clock appears in this linked episode that resembles the clock in the wallpapers. Oh, that's curious.
That's the Dispense My Treat papers that are downloaded, I believe. Now, how does this connect to Owl House, Amphibia, and Building a Portal? Building a Portal is an essential part of all 3 shows, 3 sides to every story, and although it's done differently every time, we know that the portals to these worlds are actually connected. You can deep dive that for yourself. But yeah, I mean, the long and short of it is there are Bill Cipher images in Owl House and Amphibia and other things like that. With code Portal, someone thinks we can build one. I'll note at this point that Brad Briek, who did the theme for Gravity Falls, also did the theme for Owl House, and Owl House is referenced quite a few times on this website. First with the code Titan's Blood, in which the response is a quote from Hootie asking for a password. Hootie Hoot, password please. And then with code Curse Widobane, which we saw in the Book of Bill. The Ouija board you get with this code has a few depictions of Bill, but the sun and the moon actually more closely resemble the collector's symbols from the Owl House. And the lower right Bill has horns that resemble Luce's outfit in the Owl House finale. For Amphibia, the Book of Bill has a page where Marcy's helmet is behind an ear. I'm going to say something silly. Ears are for listening and hearing music. Listening.
Yeah. I've been wondering what these things were for.
He eats brains. But more importantly is the music box from the show. While helping Anne build another portal, Terry discovers the reason a music box was used for creating such a portal in the first place.
Told me about the Calamity Box. I wondered, why a music box? Then it hit me. The musical notes function as coordinates. There are countless worlds in the multiverse, infinite possibilities, and those ancient newts discovered a way to pinpoint worlds with music.
Want to know the first notes of the music box? D, 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 E, F.
I think it was...
D, E, F are also the first three notes of the Gravity Falls theme. Interesting.
What do we do with all this? I think we are supposed to use the Gravity Falls theme song with the 13 stars from Code Mabel. These glowing green stars are interesting, because as far as I could tell, these stars don't appear in other places in GF, but they do appear in Owl House and Amphibia. For Owl House, the collector symbols contain these stars, first showing up when we meet Philip Widobane, and for Amphibia, these stars are on the ceiling of a certain house in the finale. Next question. How do we put these notes on the stars? Look no further than codes. Ouroboros, Hey Nerd, Dipper, Destruction is a Form of Creation, and the Bill Nye the Science Guy wallpaper. With code Ouroboros, we get a note about Ford needing to focus on building a portal. At the bottom of the second page, there is a diagram of a star system. I think this means that we place the notes going outward from the sun like the system. Specifically, the little sun sticker that also shows up with the code Mabel. Furthermore...
Yeah, it's just a bunch of stars and then a sun sticker are the stickers that pop up.
That's interesting.
Very specific.
Interesting.
Sorry, side note. On the free xylophone page for the Your Horrible Body, there is sheet music. I actually have a xylophone, and I can grab that and play that in a little bit.
Are you also going to do the Bill Cipher apology video song?
Yeah, you're going to sing Toxic Gossip Train for us? Furthermore, if you scale this page up so the sun sticker and the sun drawing are the same size, the little blue random teardrop off to the side fits perfectly on the skull's cheek.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Also, an Ouroboros shows up in both Owl House and Amphibia. With code Hey Nerd, we get a TV ad. Bottom left is a galaxy for Cygnus 13. The Roman numerals there are 13. Cygnus, by the way, is a fixed star and part of the Summer Triangle constellation.
Oh, wow.
This is really...
So yeah. 13
This
in
seems like
accordance
something.
with the 13 stars.
I'm really convinced by the fact that all the stickers that were added were the rest were glow in the dark stickers and the one was just the sun and
Was
you
the
know how
sun, yeah.
that's really what's convincing me here.
Because it could have just been hearts and
Yeah, it could have been
stars
hearts
and horseshoes.
or rainbows or
Clovers,
other things, but
red
this
balloons,
seems deliberate.
Hourglasses, rainbows.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm reading this sheet music.
Ready, Shelby?
real quick.
Oh.
Well, that's DEF.
That sounds familiar.
That's DEF.
I mean, that's definitely the Gravity Falls thing.
It's not fully the Gravity Falls theme. It starts it, though.
Oh, interesting.
It's real-time conspiracy cracking, folks. Ooh, got chills there.
Is it a shepherd's tone?
It might be a shepherd's tone.
Oh my, wait, play it again.
Because it does just keep going up.
Oh, that is his favorite song.
It is his favorite song.
Bill's gonna be like, oh yeah, play it. Play it again, Sam.
So maybe it is shepherd's tone. But the first three notes...
Something deep within my brain is telling you to play it more, play it more.
Play it more, play it more, play it more. I'm not that good at reading sheet music, though.
Everyone in the bar groans as Bill puts in another quarter to play 12 hours of Rising Shepherd Tone.
The Salt and Pepper Diner.
I used to study Shepherd's Toe in high school.
And he throws in one Dance of the Dream Man.
Yes.
With code Dipper, Bill tells Dipper to find answers by looking into the sun. With code Destruction is a form of creation, a post-it note in the bottom also shows a star/planet system. There's a little word box pointing to the most inward planet that I believe either say DM, meaning D minor, the key of the theme song, or it's just a music note. Either way, it works. The wallpaper, I think, is further emphasizing all of these points.
That's fascinating.
This is something.
Okay. Oh, and with code add Astra per Aspera to the stars through hardship, we get a note with Ford talking about how Bill was once the sun in his galaxy. This note is also covered in Mabel stickers.
Oh my god.
Yes, so this is where I'm stuck. I've been using DEFAGACDEFEGA as 13 notes because these seem to be the main notes of the theme song.
So can we sing those? Can we sing those then? DEFAGAC DEFGA. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
We were all in very much sync.
Definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. That was exactly
definitely.
my tempo.
You can see how I placed them in the images above. Now, reading it right to left, I get A, F, D, E, A, G, D, E, C, F, E, G, A.
Who wants to do that? I'm joking.
I can get my xylophone.
No, it's okay.
I tried to use them in a visionaire.
Visionaire.
It's such a weird word to see.
It only makes sense when my French friend says it.
Visionaire.
Yeah, there you go.
I tried to use it in the Visionaire Cipher key. In the Visionaire Cipher key.
French onion soup!
French onion soup. Then I even put each of those results into the @Bash and Caesar ciphers, but I'm not getting anything concrete. Some Visionaire keys I've tried. Bumblebee/B. This shows up in multiple places. The main one being on the knife in the website page.
The bumblebee eyes.
Dreamscaperers/Mindscaperers/Dreams, as I thought this was a reference in the lo-fi and the wallpapers, as well as the last episode of Owl House and Amphibia. Re-3-4 Liddy, Asholote, Euclidia, Ouroboros, Shepherd's Tone, and all the standard ones. Nothing.
This person drove themselves mad.
But I felt like this was too much to be wrong about at this point.
I think they're right. Yeah, I agree with.
Yeah.
There is a lot there.
Yeah, it could be that I need to use the rhythm of the Owl House theme, but the Gravity Falls notes, or maybe I should be placing them out from different point, or reading them a different way once they're placed. So anyway, here I am, asking for help.
P.S. I think we're getting a clue with the note you get from codes, math, geometry, Play-Doh, etc. In it, Bill talks about how the methods of these guys did not help him build a portal. Maybe a clue that we don't need to do anything of that nature to solve this. Also, thanks for reading if you did.
Interesting. Well, Odyssey Gray, if you're out there, this was a very impressive theory.
Reddit user LivingK8 says, I'm not sure if it's relevant, but Pythagoras, mentioned in the website as Pythagoras, instead of the AS, it's the US. The ancient Greek mathematician, that's how it's spelled, that wasn't me, also developed a music theory saying that music was linked to mathematics as well as astronomy in the Musica Universalis. Music is in direct relation to mathematics. Mathematics is geometry. Geometry is triangles, or shapes in general, I suppose, which then it would be Bill's dimension or something like that.
Oh my god, it's Archimedes. We're married now.
I'm married to you now, yes? I go with you, yes? No, Dad.
There was the cult. Pythagoras did have a cult that was like
And
around...
Indy's gonna start the Archimedes cult.
Correct.
So yeah, I love this theory personally. It's there's a lot going on.
No, I think that this is really great.
And again, now that we're up to the minute, these are theories that we don't have to confirm or deny because we don't know either. This is no longer a no spoiler podcast.
I know nothing.
Yeah. That's the only thing I do know is that I know nothing.
Mary knows lots of things. We know nothing.
That is true.
That's true, yeah. So then our next theory comes to us from another user on Reddit. Well, it's more of an open speculation than a theory, but the user on Reddit, own_government_5294, points out, December is here, and other than wish all of you happy holidays and a Merry Christmas, let's not forget one of the mysteries we got from the website. And that is that, yes, when you type in Alex Hirsch once, you get Google search for flannel, but if you type it in enough times, you will get this text that says, fact, Alex Hirsch died in Burbank in 2016, choking on a pen cap while beginning to outline Season 3. Not wanting bad press, the Walt Disney Corporation quietly dissolved his remains in a vat of turpentine, acetone, and benzene, and had their Imagineers replace him with an automaton. Have you ever seen him and a magnet in the same room at the same time? Ever seen him go through airport security or solve a CAPTCHA? What about his blinking? He's blinking deciphered as Morse code for Buy Mulan 2 on Blu-ray and Disney DVD. I know there will be some who doubt me, but I've seen a file of his source code, and it says he is due for maintenance update in December 15th, 2024 at exactly 11:13 a.m. See what happens then.
Oh my god, that's in 3 days.
And when you do, email me at mickeyleak11111@gmail.com. Yes, now by the time this podcast is not out, this date will have already passed, but at this point of recording, people are still theorizing on what might happen.
Okay, I'm gonna butt in really quick. This is so funny because I've had this calendar event on December 15th.
You know, it really was a crime
at 11:13 a.m. and it just says Alex secret ? And I've since forgotten where that was from. So I finally I've been watching it as it gets closer and closer, and I'm like, that had to have been from the book or from the website, but I can't remember what specific thing that was.
I'm so glad we're recording this tonight,
Yeah, well, now you remember.
Now I know. Thanks past me for being descriptive.
Here, Charlie,
with my
you read. You
calendar
should
events.
especially read these series of comments.
Mm-hmm.
And Sylph of Blood commented,
Homestuck username.
Turpentine, acetone, and benzene are the ingredients in the dip from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's paint thinner. And then LX511 comments, Cypher's a toon! What human would be vulnerable to possession from a toon demon? None. Alex is secretly a toon. Or was. You've cracked the code, says Sylph of Blood.
Forsaken_orchid_6014 says, okay, y'all, what do you think is going to get announced? Technology Constant 6 says, probably something small, like Shorts Season 2, I don't know.
That actually, I appreciate the realism there, where it's like, because everyone's like, oh, it's season 3. It's, and what we didn't mention, but I will mention here real quick, is that when you type Season 3 on the website, it gives Season 2. When you type Season 2, it gives Season 1. And when you type Season 1, it gives Season -1, Anti-Gravity Falls. Which, of course, people thought meant there would be a prequel series, rather than just a troll.
r/Gravity Falls, Feblu_. I tried emailing mickeyleak11111@gmail.com. It goes as followed. Hello, Bill! Silly Billy. Anonymous F. Again, not Bill! Silly Billy. Sorry!
And then this next one is a comment on that. Chloe, you want to read this comment by the user?
Yeah, Reddit user Cheating Ye says, hi, I don't use Reddit much, but I wanted to say that this email sent a Vigier cipher to someone on Twitter, and it translates to, the email was never real, with the password being Alex Hirsch. Hope this helps!
And honestly, I feel like that does, because it proves that, someone, maybe Alex, is actually using the email.
No, because, that's way too specific of an email for someone to actually be responding.
And also for someone to, because, the idea, a fan could have claimed it, but it also feels like Alex would have the foresight to claim it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel like something will happen, because I think that's a very specific...
Should we record an addendum?
So we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep one triangular eye out.
for the 15th.
You have one of those?
I do.
So if there's any new information, you'll hear it now.
Hey there, Shelby from the future here. I do have an update. My triangle eye worked pretty well. Now I'ma put it back in the box. See you earlier.
I would like to thank our guests for joining us. You're not allowed to leave with the information of what happened here today.
Kindly,
should I power?
If you'd
Zipping my lip.
No, I was just gonna. You actually don't have to. If you just look at this little light bulb on the end of this ray gun that I have here, while I type in some stuff real quick here. Let's see.
Oh, cool. How'd you get it to be shaped like that?
Oh, it was very complicated.
Ella, I actually inserted I worked with it. There's now a USB slot, so you don't have to type it in manually anymore. So here you go.
Oh, awesome. That's great. That's really convenient.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So, just look right in here, and if you feel any pinching, don't worry about it.
The make and model of this thing is so fascinating. I'm going to keep staring at it.
All right. So, now that the two of you seem to have gotten lost, so we'll just usher you out of our museum for today.
Yeah. Here are some bags for your heads.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think I was looking for... I lost my extra hands. Did you find them? I was looking for those.
Oh yeah, they're right
Where am I?
outside. Here, we'll take you to the car. We'll grab them there.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Now, as for the rest of you out there, we can't erase all of your memories individually. That would take way too long. So until we figure out a way to do that en masse,
just watch the video backwards.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, do like Mr. Krabs did for that one guy. Just rewind it so it exits your eyeballs and ears. But if you want to find actual existing episodes of this podcast that you can listen to above board, you can head over to our host network, pipedreampodcasts.com, where you can find other shows like Escape from Walt Disney, How Did This Not Get Made, Come On Fahuqua Pods, and Not God, and Pod Made You Special.
There you can find a link to our show's social medias, Discord server, and our Patreon, patreon.com/Mystery Shack. A huge thanks...
Cool site you might have heard of.
A huge thanks to Chloe Leese, who no longer remembers doing the thumbnail font.
Or maybe her own name, we might have overdone it.
It's fine.
Thank you to Alex Hirsch for voicing Stan in the Hall of Conspiracies intro.
The Hall of Conspiracies theme is Lentil Dentist. It's a remix of our first episode. There's a link in the description to listen to it. It's really weird. I love it. Thank you to That GF Fan and also Chrissy from our Discord server with helping with some of the research
Thank you
here.
so much.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely integral because this website is too big for
it was
anyone to.
Yeah.
So honestly, please, out there, you at home, explore this website for yourself. There's so many goodies there that we've barely scratched the surface of that is really rewarding. It's like your own little cipher hunt that you can do from the comfort of your home on your computer.
Mm-hmm. You don't even need to get attacked by a bear.
It's true.
I mean, you can if you want to. No one's going to stop you. Well, folks, even though you technically aren't supposed to be here, I will play us out with a little tune that reminds us of a very important truth out there in our big, scary world. Cipher is real, he's sinful and yellow. He's a triangle fella with mischief in mind. Cipher is real, he'll cause weird Mageddon. So don't be forgetting to leave